Okay. In second session, we discussed about OBYC mapping. What are the GL accounts and which transactions the system is going to update? How system is going to pick at the time of each and every transactions of material movement in MM side, PP side, as well as the SD side. And the last one pending one activity is there. That is nothing but a vendor as well as a customer. Because of this is the vendor as well as a customer, it's not coming from OBYC because of this is a balance sheet items. Means in material in balance sheet, instead of giving of multiple customers, multiple vendors, we are going to give one GL accounts. In case of customers, like say sundry debtors. Sundry debtors means a collection of all customers. We are going to put one GL account. That GL account update as a current asset. Similarly, vendor also, instead of giving lot of vendors in balance sheet, we can't able to give all vendors. So we will give instead of giving of all vendors, because of day to day, lot of vendors we are going to deal with. So going to give instead of giving of all vendors, we are going to give one GL account, nothing creditors. That creditors, sundry creditors means collection of all vendors data, putting into the balance sheet as a current liability. Similarly, in asset also, fixed asset also, instead of giving all assets, we are going to give one asset. That is nothing but a reconciliation. That reconciliation account, before going to create a vendor as well as a customer, we need to create first. Because of a lot of some configurations are there to create a business, to create a customers as well as a vendor. First step means we need to create a vendors as well as customers reconciliation accounts. Here there is no difference between creation of a vendor as well as a customer reconciliation account from ECC to S4HANA. Just how we did earlier in ECC, same here itself also. No difference. First, we need to create a reconciliation account. Then we will go for further. FS00. Yeah. Here, this is the vendor is nothing but a current liability and the customer is nothing but a current assets in balance sheet item. So finally we did here, this is the liability, this is the asset. So both are balance sheet item only. So under the balance sheet item, first we need to create a customer as well as a vendor by way of a creation of a reconciliation account. First we need to create a reconciliation account for the vendor. Vendor is liability. All liabilities are, we assumed this one. One series is the liability series. So one number. GL account type balance sheet. And here balance sheet item. Make it here. Sundry creditors. And control data, here we have to make it a reconciliation account type means this is the whatever the balance sheet items, we can't able to give all balance sheet items in the current asset as well as a current account. We are going to give this way. Sort key and the field status group is a normally reconciliation account, directly one reconciliation account will be there. We can assign. Reconciliation account here. Which one? Some. Yeah, 67. Same this one. Similarly, we need to create a sundry debtors also. Make it same sequence. 2. Here reconciliation account. And here vendors means customers. Type here debtors. Here there is no difference in ECC as well as here. Now coming to create a customer as well as a vendor. In ECC, we are going to create some transaction codes FK01, XK01, FD something. But here all are ruled out. In S4HANA, we have to go create a business partner. In business partner roles, we are going to give which is a customer, which is a vendor like that. So in ECC, years, what we followed, one is the suppose FK01 and second one is the XK01. Okay. In case of a vendor, in case of a customer, FD01 and XT01. These are 4 transaction codes we are going to use. FK01 means what? Vendor with FI. And here vendor with MM relating transaction means assignment of a purchasing organization. And FD01 means customer with financial accounting means with the company code setup. And the second one is a customer with sales transactions ST. Like that, we followed in ECC 4 transactions code to create a business, to create a customer as well as a vendor with the extension of relating module. In case of a vendor with the MM module, purchasing organization, with the customer, we have to go for sales and distribution. These all 4 transaction codes ruled out in S4HANA. Only one transaction code means here there is no concept of a customer vendor. This is we can call as a business partner. Business partner is the concept. Then how we are going to use only one transaction code here, BP. How system is going to identify vendor side MM, FI, MM means that is nothing but a role. Means each transaction code in S4HANA, they decide one separate role. What are the roles means if it is a vendor with FI, it's a standard role, FLV N00. FL is the some naming code. VN is the vendor. 00 is nothing but a company code point of view. And 01. 01 is nothing but a extension of with material master, which means XK01 replaced by the business partner role VL01. Similarly, customer side FD01 replaced by the FLCU00. And here with the customer 01 like this. Okay, all transaction code replaced by the business partner, okay, one transaction code BP. But how system is going to identify vendor side FI, vendor side MM, customer FI, customer means they designed each transaction code linked with not transaction code replaced by the business partner role. So system is going to identify based on the business partner with this role. Okay, this is the vendor with the company code setup. Business partner with this FLCU01 customer means the system can able to identify customer with sales transaction like that. Okay, this is the some difference how we are going to create because of we are going to deal with MM transactions and AST transactions. So customer as well as a vendor, supplier, we need. That's why we need to study of this one. And coming to the number ranges here in ECC, how we created vendor customer, here also customer vendor will generate automatically. While creating a business partner. While creating a business partner, automatically here business customer as well as a vendor will generate. So In FI side, means financial accounting side, we need to create a number ranges as usual we followed in ECC. And here S4HANA business partner side also, we need to design number ranges. 2 times we have to do number ranges. In ECC, okay, enough for in a financial accounting, accounts receivable and payables, 1 time enough for creation of a number ranges. But plus business partner side also, we need to create a number ranges. And we need to link with these 2 number ranges. So whenever we create a business partner with this role, automatically in FI side, system is going to create a customer as well as a vendor. Because of here in vendor balances, customer balances are there still in S4HANA, not business partner balances like that. Still, whatever we created, business partner, but ultimately we are going to check FBL1 and FBL51 means this is a customer as well as a vendor balances only. How these balances will come means we should generate one code. That code means link up with this business partner, then automatically this FI side also, vendor as well as a customer with proper role, system automatically will generate. For that, first we need to create a number ranges in financial accounting, accounts payable, accounts receivable, and business partner side also number ranges. If you want to sync with the business partner number and FI side customer means should be same number, most important. Same number we have to maintain in accounts payable, receivable, as well as a business partner also. Otherwise, system will consider this is some different number. This is from different number ranges means again, month end, we need to take dump from vendor as well as a business partner. Again, we have to do manual work. What is the balances of customer as well as a vendor? To avoid this unnecessary exercise, do manual exercise, maintain FI side as well as a business partner side, this one. Here in S4HANA, only option is a creation of a business partner side only. There is no option. This is automatically should generate same number. So here it should be is a external always number ranges. Here is optional, either internal if you want automatically, or here external is business partner side. This one means FI side should come automatically same number from business partner number. So always this should be external, which means accounts payable and receivable, we should make it is external. And the business partner, if you want to give manually, then make it is external. Our system, if you want system consider of some random number, that random number. But to make it is a compulsory, same number should be. This is the first how we are going to design. Then I will do in system. SPRO. First to go for here. Financial accounting, accounts payable and receivable, customer accounts. Master data, preparation, clearing master data, creating transaction code. I will like this. Last some 4 digits. Define account group with screen layout. Yes, new entries. What is our 2022 customer account group. Save. Same how we did in ECC, same methodology, nothing differences while creating of a configuration of FI side. Next to go for creation of a number ranges for customer accounts. Here. Here compulsory, but important here, see here. Give anything here, suppose 2022. Here, whatever we are going to give number ranges, same number should be. Okay, what are the availability we need to check? These are availability. If you click on here, these are because of a lot of people are doing, this is availability. But same should be number in business partner also. Okay, leave it. I'm going to do one different new interval, new entries 2022. What is our Z 2022? Z 2099. This is the number range I'm going to give manually in business partner also. Make sure here 2022 and here 2029. Compulsory should be external. Because of whatever the created business partner, those business partner systems should pick from this number ranges. Save. This is the 22. This number may be different, but range should be same. Go back. Then assign number ranges to account group. Next step, assign position, account group 2022. Here is the 22, our external. Save. This is the first step of creation of account group and assign to the number ranges. Similarly for vendor also, close and supplier accounts. Here in ECC, we are calling as a vendor, but here supplier. Master data, preparation, same steps. Define account groups for vendor, new entries, give it here, same 2022. Vendor account group. Save. Back. Same, come down, create number ranges for accounts group. Same new entries. Here, because of that vendor and customer should not be, may not be same. But I'm giving for all number ranges, so system is going to picking randomly from this number ranges. Same number range I'm going to give here. Z200, 200, external. Because of a lot of people are doing, but don't know, it will take time to analyze. Then go for assign. Position, account group, and number ranges 2020. This is same, normally we followed in ECC, same, no change. Plus along with, we have to do business partner also number ranges. Here, business partner is not a new to S4HANA. In ECC also, business partner is there. In REFX module, real estate flexible management module, there is no customer vendor. So since long, business partner we are using. But in S4HANA, they added enhancement from same REFX module, how they did create, how they are going to create a business partner. Then now same concept. So I did one implementation REFX. What I followed, same, similar. This is a simple method. How we are going to give, go for REFX module. Only for business partner, not others. REFX, flexible real estate, business partner, relevant settings. If you go and check in ECC, same configuration already exists in ECC also. In before ECC R/3 system also same exists, because of business partner is not new to S4HANA. Sorry, S4HANA business partner new, but business partner since long exist. Here, business partner relevant for settings for business partner, here number range. Business partner number range we have to create. Interval here. This number range code may be different, but whatever we gave, this should be here. Most important, should not be changed. Then only business partner and customers vendors synchronize. Here, this is the alphanumeric. Here is the optional. You can go and give either external or internal. But if it is a number, system will pick as a internal. If you are giving of alpha, then system is going to search for external only. Enter. But make sure this number should be same. Back. Next, define grouping and assign number ranges. Next step. Whatever we created, that should be assigned here. Business partner 2022, 2022, business partner. And the number ranges just 22 given. This is the number ranges. Okay, as of now, we created separate number ranges and we created separate business partner. Now we should link between these two. That is a step here. Same step. See here, next step, business partner with customer, business partner with vendor. That is a link up between from FI side as well as a business partner side. First go for business partner with the customer here. See, I told you, na, customer roles. What is the roles means here? I will show you. Which one ran this role? This is the role. Customer means which one? FLCU 00. FLCU 00. This is the FLCU 00, FLCU 01. This is the business partner customer side. Same similarly, vendor side. FL, no need to remember, just for understanding purpose, we need to this one. FLVN. Okay, these roles already standard. Here we need to link up here. Where we are going to link up here? This one. Number range assignment account group to customer. Click on this one here. New entries. This is the group, business partner group. 2022 our 2022. Here, this is the FI side what we created account group. That account group here should be 2022 account group. Should be same number. If it is the same number here, business partner as well as a account group, then only system will allow here same number. Otherwise, system will throw error. Number ranges are not similar. Maybe external, internal, whatever it may be, but should be, yeah, this is the link. Whenever we create a business partner under the group of 0, automatically system will pick. This is the link between business partner to customer. Similarly, vendor also. Close. Next step immediately, business partner with vendor. Yeah. Here is the role. Vendor role means whatever the role here, FLVN, FLV. This is the business partner. FLVN 00 is the FI side. FLVN 01 is the business. This with the MM side. Go back and here number assignment with account. Some here also new entries. Business partner of business partner creation. And the group is the, sorry, 2022. Here also should be same number. Like this. This is the setup, how we make setup and linking between FI account group to business partner. Then you can try creation of a business partner with vendor. Then we'll go for customer. Any doubt as of now? Okay. I told you, na, the transaction code. Suppose if you go for XK01, system will show here. Redirect transaction code business partner as XK01 obsolete. Whatever it may be, if you are following of these 4 transaction code, if you try, system will hit it to the business partner transaction code. Same like KA01, KA02, KA03, all are obsolete, redirected to FS00. Similarly here, all transaction codes obsolete and it will hit it to the this one, business partner only. Go here, suppose F/BP. This is the concept. In here, business partner, 3 types we can able to create. One is the person, second one is the organization, third one is a group. Person means individual person. Organization means here one company. Group means 1 or 2 persons are form a one group, then they are going to do transactions with our organization. Go for creation of a organization. This one. Here select grouping. What is our grouping? 2022 business partner. Here role, I told you, na, create a business partner role. This is the role. But here description will come. Description we need to select. FI customer. First FI supplier. FI supplier means is a with company code data like that. System will ask, do you want to create a business partner? Yes, create. Here company code will come. Sorry, FI first, someone is a changed description. Okay, here title, company, give here 2022 vendor or supplier. Enter. Give country is our country only, IN, India, and some number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and city the Hyderabad or Bangalore something. Here postal code should be I gave external number because of something Z2022 and the postal code is suppose 6. Language here, someone is put all mandatory. See here 2022. If you click on this one company code, see here, this is the customer and supplier. These two normally, if we creation mode also, these two are display mode. Whatever we gave same number, that should reflect here. Because of wantedly in FI side, I gave a external, same number should pick out of same number ranges. And here, give our company code 2022. Here reconciliation account, just now whatever we created, that reconciliation account. See here, observed automatically same this will pick here. Once I save this one. Because of a business partner and supplier should be reconciled. Sync, then only we can able, because of we are doing transactions with this number and we are doing a month end checking with this balance with this number. If it is a different, how we are going to check? That's why always should be both are same. Then go for extend with the purchasing transactions. Same supplier with MM side. MM supplier means this is second role. Which one? This is the FI means this is the FI role. But description someone is changed. MM. MM means this one. MM supplier. And here MM supplier means purchasing transaction. Here purchasing. What we created purchasing organization. I think we didn't create. Purchasing organization we created. 2022. Yes, central purchasing organization. This is the extension. Like this. Order is the INR. Like this. Like this, we need to create a business partner, customer, as well as a vendor. Clear? Similarly, we have to go for creation of a customer also. Organization, same formula, business partner. Here first, FI side customer standard, create. 2022 I created. Now 2023 I'm going to give number. Title 2022 is a customer. Back here, number and postal code. Here Hyderabad, IN, English. Here also click on company code. Now see here, customer side external will come. Give company code 2022. Reconciliation accounts will ask that reconciliation account just now what we created, sundry data. Same 2023 should come here. Once I do save. See this one. And this we need to extend it with this sales transactions, but sales transaction means some partner determination procedure, some configuration is there. After creation of a partner, then I will come and extend here. Like this, we are going to create a business partner and a company FI side customer as well as reconciliation should be same. This is the way to approach how we are going to do. Because if I face this issue, earlier is this number range is not sim. Then they asked me, Sridhar, just I wanted to avoid manual calculation month end. Business partner number is a different, customer number is a different. Our users are again, this is unnecessary work. Are you going to make it same number? But I told that earlier whatever the transactions happened, that I can't able to do. But henceforth, I can make it as a new one. Business partners, new customers. If it is okay, I will do it, make it. Like the same configuration I did. But earlier means I can't able to do because of us. Again, I need to transfer from old customer balances number to new customer balances. But that is a lot of customers, lot of vendors are there. That I told that henceforth I will do make same number, but previous whatever the transactions happened, that I can't able to do. Like that I told. Clear? Any doubts? With FIST, I will make it because of this is a link up with the partner determination procedure in ST. Then that time I will, after completion of that, then I will do this step. Okay, this is our customer. Right now is our vendor is the 2022. Our customer is the 2023. Because of this, we need to do at the time of a transaction of invoice as well as at the time of billing time. These two numbers we need to do. No doubt, na? It's a simple, nothing much clarity, much. Now, coming to the most important, keep it some concentration on this one. Cost to component structure. Cost to component structure in SAP, this is the term we are using. In domain, simply we are using of a cost sheet. If we are doing of a transactions with the product costing, material ledger, COPA, marginal costing, whatever that may be, first we need to design of a cost sheet. Cost sheet design is the most important part. After that only we have to do elements input. What are they? Normally same financial statements, P&L account, as well as a balance sheet. What is the format is there in CAS for as per the Indian cost audit statutory report CAS for cost sheet is there. But in SAP, like P&L profit balance sheet is a standard is there. Standard format SAP, but a cost sheet in CO side, cost sheet is also same standard format, but SAP didn't give. Because of this is a client according to this is internal. cost sheet preparation. So client to client, according to their manufacturing, according to their business process, this sheet is going to change. So that's why SAP didn't give standard format like a P&L as well as a balance sheet like a F.01 like that. We have to prepare. How we are going to prepare means by way of a cost component structure. Cost component structure means collection of individual cost elements while doing a manufacturing cost. Those formation is nothing but a cost component structure. In normal language, we can call it as a cost sheet. Here, what is the majorly cost sheet? First one is the direct material. Second one is the direct labor. Third one is the factory overheads. Is the direct material plus direct labor is nothing but what? Prime cost. Plus overhead expenses is nothing but what? Cost of goods manufactured. Cost of goods manufactured means at the time of a goods received with respect to production or process order or any other product cost collector. Accounting entry is generating here. Inventory account debited to cost of goods manufactured, GBB AUF. How this value came means based on this one, which means material means direct material, direct labor and factory overheads. All these three is nothing but a cost of goods manufactured. That cost of goods manufactured we are going to design under the cost component structure in SAP. There is no prescribed format, just like a GL accounts mapping in a balance sheet item. There is no prescribed format. We have to design in the form of a cost component structure. Understand here, this is the first one. This is the most important. We have to design carefully of this one. Okay, what is the meaning of a direct material? Whatever the materials involving to do manufacturing as an input material to form of either SFG or FG. That is nothing but a direct material. Direct material means directly that material is going to do formation from raw material to SFG, SFG to FG. That material is nothing but a direct material. We can call as a material. This suppose that is nothing but a either raw material or pack material. These two are directly involving. For example, raw material in case of this one, which one? Pharma industry. Pharma industry, some materials are there, active material, inactive material. Those are materials they are bringing and clubbing. And pack material means so they are going to strip 10 tablets, one strip, 15 tablets, one strip like that. That is a one pack material. All are putting in strips in one box. One box is then that box is the secondary packing. Two types of packing available in man, especially a pharmaceutical, primary packing and secondary packing. Those two pack materials are required. Those materials are directly involving, but not a non-manufacturing, but we will not go directly one material like that. We are putting into the one strips or pack meat like that. Those are directly involved expenses, all direct material cost. With these materials, we are converting from raw material to FG with the help of manpower. That manpower is nothing but the direct labor cost. So this is the manpower. Only manpower as well as this one, we can't able to farm, we can't able to manufacturing. We need some machineries. Earlier, yesterdays also, they are going to do manual things, but later industrialization, lot of equipments are there to reduce of manpower. So that is nothing but machineries. Machinery means in casting sheet machinery, in FI side, we can call as a how much of a depreciation to do to running of machinery to manufacturing of our FG material, that expenses we should consider as a machinery cost. That is nothing but a indirect cost, not a direct cost. These two are only direct cost. Direct material, direct labor, only direct cost. Whatever the expenses of other things that is comes under the factory overheads, that is nothing but a indirect cost. Okay, this raw material we can able to view directly this material involving production. This is the manpower directly involving with production. Factory overheads. Only machinery we are going to do, and some utilities also we need to do. Utilities means what? Power, fuel, and diesel, and some other etc. This type of utilities also we need to require. Water. In steel manufacturing, water is a big utility because of after burning, after pouring into the different shape, that metal is a big red color. To do cold means to reduce the heat of that material, they're putting into the big one pond is there. They are putting into that. So water is a very big of one of the utility in steel manufacturing process. So water also we can able to consider here. These are called as a utilities. This is a compulsory requirement of power is a required to do operate of machineries. Fuel is a required, some diesel, petrol, some input of some diesel, and some water is also required to do all this type of utilities also is called as a indirect expenses. Nothing but within the premises of a shop floor, we can call as factory overheads. Okay, these are expenses normally we can call as a indirect material cost. So here, this one. Okay, with this, okay, we can do manufacturing of FG material. For example, in case of any raw material bringing from where from vendor location to our inventory locations, then we need to put means carriage means that material putting into the in our location in our shop floor. Some need of manpower is required. That is nothing but a carriage inverse. Carriage inverse is nothing but whatever the expenses premises occurred in our location. But raw material from vendor to in our location, external expenses, that is nothing but a freight. That is going to directly involved at the time of a purchase order creation, some condition type. That expenses we don't want to consider. Whatever the material in our premises, then bringing from that load to unloading to or putting into the some our location, that expenses is nothing but a carriage inverse. Carriage inverse means raw material putting into the proper manufacturing location, whatever the expenses occur to do this carriage inverse, that expenses we should consider. And here, one more thing. Only with this material, okay, we can do some other helping tools also we are going to consider, like swan or nut, bolts, grease, cotton. These are not a direct material, but these materials we are using. This for that we need to purchase. We have to pay user. That material is nothing but a indirect material. Indirect material is not a direct material, but helping materials we are going to use, that called as a indirect material expenses also comes under the factory overheads. Similarly, indirect labor also. Indirect labor means it's not a fixed oriented. If any manufacturing is, we need to complete within the stipulated time, agreed date with the customer. Then we have to hire some outside people. Okay, this much of a job, this much of a work per hour, this much I will give. Those expenses is nothing but a indirect labor. And indirect overheads. Indirect overheads means what? Normally, after manufacturing of a product, until unless to send to reach the customer, our responsibility only. Whatever they happen, suppose fire accident, some theft, some damage due to some natural calamities. That is our responsibility only, because of already we committed to the customer this much of a time, this month, and I am going to deliver. So for manufacturing of any product, immediately clients normally will do safety side. That is nothing but insurance. Insurance is not a direct material, not a direct letter, nothing. But our safety side purpose, whatever the expenses we are going to pick, that is nothing but in like our prepaid expenses. Prepaid expenses is not but expenses we are going. That expenses means our safety side is nothing but comes under the overheads. That overheads, indirect overheads, all are overheads only. But this is a nowhere relating to the any material, nowhere relating to the any activities. That is nothing but insurance. Okay. Then one thing, if any continuation, normally manufacturing industries continuation R&D is going on. Otherwise, how we are achieving earlier is a normal desktop is there. Now we are using a laptop. In the future, we are going to use of some other. So in each and every industry, they are going to follow up research and development. Continuation for separate one department is there. R&D department, they will do only R&D. They are going to concentration of market strategy or customers products. They are analyzing, they are going to do. That is nothing but research and development cost. And one more thing here. In any food industries, majorly FMCG or tablets or any other foods, before going to release in the market to sell the product customers, one government should approve FDA, Food Development and Control of, compulsory approved. That is nothing but a quality. How much of means what is the expiry date of this material? Means food products majorly because of that is a material that is going to inside our body. Because of is some healthy point of view. So compulsory, majorly food industry is pharmaceutical. Major part is the quality control. Quality department, they are going to give manufacturing time itself. They will estimate this material is going to expiry date of this so-and-so date. How they will do? Because of quality department, concentration of this one only. When this material is going to activate, when this material is going to expiring. That is nothing but a quality expenses, quality cost. All these type of expenses where comes under the factory overheads. Majorly this I followed in normal, but raw material, pack material means their terminology they are going to use, but majorly raw material, pack material. Suppose in this steel industries, raw material they are going to use of limestone or coal. Like that name description change according to industry sector, but comes under raw material. Purchasing material, consumption to the production, this is the material. These are generally for all industry sectors except service. Majorly service means not more than this one, less some one or two only. All this type of elements we are going to call as a cost sheet. Clubbing of all expenses we can call as a COGM. This is the normal. How these are putting into SAP. How we are going to map into the SAP. What are the techniques are there we are going to follow. That we need to study. Clear? Any doubt?
Where does the storage cost go?
Storage cost means inventories only.
If we are storing outside in any other warehouse.
No, this is the premises. Whatever the expenses in the storage, this comes under here itself only. This is the only for take. Suppose we are going to give take.
So for the server access, can we have the number of the service provider?
Yeah, I will share.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, here manufacturing side only this type of expenses are there. Still any means they are going to create a one more item like of other manufacturing cost. If not able to identify comes under the means simply one node we'll put same just like a storage cost. The storage cost comes under the other cost like that. Not able to comes under this maximum. If you go anywhere in every cost sheet, observe this material, this cost elements only we can able to observe. And still, if you are not able to do manufacturing within the date, already that is a date is agreed to the customer. We are going to give some we are going to give manufacturing outside, not inside, fully outside. That expenses is nothing but a subcontracting. Subcontracting means this is the one type of expenses. That is also because of this is the manufacturing, but not in our side. We are taking help to the other, nothing but a vendor. That expenses also subcontracting charge, because for that material, input materials we need to supply. Instead of doing all this side, we are taking help from vendor, that whatever the expenses occur during manufacturing outside inside in the vendor side, that expenses we have to pay. Those expenses is nothing but a subcontracting. If it is a fully manufacturing outside, that is a subcontracting. Some clients, they will do manufacturing, partial manufacturing inside and take help from some manufacturing portion of vendor side. For example, manufacturing in our location, cleaning, packing outside, we are going to take help. Those expenses is nothing but mean partially manufacturing outside, not a fully manufacturing. That is nothing but a external or partial manufacturing process. This is also we should include in our cost sheet. And one more thing, byproduct. Material we are going to do manufacturing. Alternatively, second material also automatically will come. If that material is going to sell in the market, if you get some revenue, that revenue we should involve in this material. That is nothing but a byproduct material. Byproduct, or we can call as a scrap also. If it is a sale, if you get something, okay. If it is not getting something, that but material is coming outside. If it is a sale, that is a value, okay, byproduct we can call. If it is not a value, we can call as a scrap. So byproduct and scrap, we will discuss, elaborate this co-product and byproduct, but component we should include.
So byproduct comes under subcontracting.
Now, byproduct is the either cases, because of subcontracting means which is not a manufacturing in our location.
Yes.
That's a vendor location.
True.
Only we will pay some amount instead of all conversion cost, we will pay. But whether he will get or not, we don't bother. Whatever we will do manufacturing in our location, that byproduct or co-product. Co-product is a different case. Byproduct means this is a different NRV. I will explain later. Net realization value that we need to deduct.
Okay, sir.
And transfer price. Transfer price means whatever the here carriage inverse we discussed here. Carriage inverse means material after came into our location, putting into the shop floor, that expenses we can call as a carriage inverse. Same thing here. If you put RAM FG material transferring one company code to another company code, is nothing but intercompany. That expenses, if you want to add, is just like some intercompany we discuss group valuation. Those expenses is called as a additive cost. These expenses maximally not non-manufacturing in our location. So that is a outside. That's not a comes under the direct material, direct labor, factory overheads. But we are adding, but those all also comes under the overheads only. These are maximum we will use if you go any industry sector maximum. According to their input material, terminology will change. And according to industry, they are going to use of utilities. Some clients only power, some clients only fuel, some clients only water, some clients all. According to their process is going to change. But maximum, we need to concentration on this one. Then coming to our point, how we are going to implement, how we are going to SAP. Because of suppose if you ask client, they gave this much of information. How we are going to put into SAP? That is our job.
Sir, can you please explain once again that column H, sir, from subcontracting?
Subcontracting. Suppose here, I committed to customer this month end. Suppose this month, August 31st, I committed to customer. I took advance also from customer. I will deliver manufacturing product. But right now, I don't have a time. I don't have a sufficient in manpower. I don't have a sufficient machinery also. Then what should I do? I have a raw material right now. So this raw material I will send to one supplier. Do manufacturing already I committed to customer. Whatever the expenses occur to do manufacturing from raw material FG, those expenses amount I will pay to you. Those expenses is nothing but a subcontracting charges. Because of here, I will supply my raw material, my pack material. He will do manufacturing. Manufacturing cost amount only I need to pay to vendor. That manufacturing cost outside, that is nothing but a subcontracting.
So these charges we are going to add it in cost sheet, sir?
Definitely, because of this is the raw material cost plus subcontracting just nothing will come here.
Okay.
Instead of all F and G expenses, subcontracting charges.
Okay, sir. And what about that external partial?
External means I will do some portion of manufacturing inside. Suppose 3 stages. First manufacturing, second clean, third one is the pack. Okay, I have a time, I have a sufficient labor machinery. I will do manufacturing this level. But cleaning and packing material, I don't have a sufficient machinery, some other. These two portion of process, I will take help from vendor. That is nothing but a partial manufacturing. This is the fully manufacturing outside. This is the partial manufacturing outside. Those portion of expenses. Earlier case, fully these 3 involved outside. But coming to this one, only partially I am taking help. Both are same concept only. But is it fully or partially? Whatever the fully means, we have to pay. Partially also, we have to pay. For this different cases, this is the different methods we are going to use. Both are subcontracting. Actually, we can call what is the fully manufacturing or partially manufacturing.
Thank you, sir.
Now, this is the overall concept, how we are going to means. This is the material, raw material, how we are going to bring raw and pack material in SAP. This is nothing but in PP master data, bill of material. Okay. How we are going to implement? That is a query. They wanted to, I want all information. I don't know how you are going to do in SAP. Client will say. And manpower. How manpower we are going to do? Routing in PP master data. And coming to the here, machineries and depreciation, how we are going to do? This is also routing. We can call direct indirect, but here we are going to club because of routing is not manpower is the direct expenses. But here direct labor. But and for this is the overhead. But in SAP, not like that. We are going to design of a PP master data. And the utilities. All utilities also we are going to build through routing only.
Sir, we can say direct material is always BOM and overhead is always routing.
No, not like that. I will explain. Here, direct material means, okay, directly involving. But this is also direct labor. But direct labor, there is no option in SAP. Normally, PP people, means in production people, they are going to confirm machine hours, labor hours. So we are going to add. But here, direct labor, but we are involving in PP side. Not only direct labor and overheads also, routing we are going to consider. This is nothing but a activity type we are going to design. One setup, one master data activity type. This is also activity type. These are material.
Sir, how to decide which is BOM and which is routing?
Material, that's why, here based on the concept. Material is nothing but a BOM. Activity type is nothing but a routing.
Routing, okay.
And carriage inverse, which is not a material, which is not an activity type. Then how we are going to bring? Material means, okay, I can able to bring a BOM. Activities means I can able to bring routing. But what is the activities carriage inverse? That is exact meaning. Whatever the loading charges, putting into shop floor. This is a physical expenses. Anyway, we are helping some other of raw material, but is no way relating to that one. That how we are going to this carriage inverse is nothing but that is completely designed by the costing sheet. One technique is available in SAP. Carriage inverse, we are going to bring expenses through costing sheet. How much of a total raw material cost, this much of raw material or pack material. Suppose this is 100. On 10%, 20%, 30%. That we will go for percentage base. Carriage inverse means that is a percentage base we are going to use. Okay. And here one more thing. Indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses. When we are going to this indirect material, labor, overheads will come at the time of a manufacturing only. Manufacturing time only. I want screwdriver, swanner, nut, bolts, geese in cotton. If there is no manufacturing, not required. If I do manufacturing, if any additional, then only I want to indirect labor. If any manufacturing, that time only I need to do insurance of that manufacturing product. If there is no manufacturing, means no insurance, not required. So this indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses depends upon the machinery's manufacturing running. If machinery is running, then these three materials are come. If there is no machinery running, but anyway, depreciation will calculate if we are running or not running. If I said that is a different. But here, in our point of view, if machinery run, indirect material, labor, overhead, these three expenses we need to calculate here. How we are going to bring these expenses? What are the technique we are going to follow? That is not.
Business process.
Huh?
Business process.
No. That is a different. These expenses we can call as a primary cost component split. This one. No material, no activity type. Same similar cost sheet. But this is just expenses I paid that we need to bring into this one. How we are going to be, that is a link up of this one routing. Based on the routing, based on the depreciation, these 12, 13, 14 indirect expenses. This is the one type of a technique available in our SAP. Then coming to the insurance also comes out of this one, indirect material, nothing different. Research and development. I told you, no, continuation growth. So that in R&D development, we are going to bring here. These expenses after completion of a manufacturing, we are going to bring that expenses. That is also, we can use cost sheet. Cost sheet.
For testing, research and development, you are doing costing sheet. For testing, what do you use?
Then next, I will tell you, no, lot of is there. Here, percentage means, here, this is the percentage based. This is how much of a raw material we are bringing. That is nothing but a quantity based. Both are cost sheet. We are going. Either two options are there. Quantity this much of a 10 cases or 10 each quantities we are going to bring. Then this much of a percentage of R&D we are going to do. Still what? Quality. This is nothing but a testing. Quality expenses, how we are going to bring here. Quality, this expenses we are going to majorly is a activity type. Quality activity type. And one more thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mention. Repairs and maintenance also most important. I forget this one. Repairs and maintenance means whatever the machineries are continuation running, that maintenance cost or repairs cost should be. Even it's a good condition also. 11 months only they will do work, and 12 to completely shut down. They will do because of there should be some maintenance of that machinery. That expenses we are going to consider this one. These quality and repairs and maintenance expenses also through activities only we are going to design.
Sir, for this repairs and maintenance, do we have a separate module, plant maintenance?
Same. That expenses, whatever they are going and settled month end, those expenses we are going to bring here.
Okay, so for that, they maintain separate plant maintenance module. From there, we will.
Yeah. Month end, they will do whatever the expenses occurred maintenance. That expenses month end, they are settling to the one cost center. No? That cost center we are using as our product cost center.
Yeah. And here we are not maintaining, we are not configuring the plant maintenance module. So here you are capturing this repairs and maintenance.
No, normal. Just I will do post instead of a settlement of PN model. Just I will do post some F-02. Okay, for manpower also means labor. This salaries also means should come from payroll. I will do post manually.
Okay.
Here, these two quality cost and repairs and maintenance activity type. Activity type, but should not include in the routing. Because of they don't know quality control, because of they are doing a manufacturing shop floor, whatever the happening, only those expenses. They don't know repairs and maintenance. Production people don't know quality as well as, but we need to consider the activity type. But how? That is nothing but a template allocation. Template allocation is the one type of a calculation of overhead method to bring expenses through activity type. But those activity type should not involve in the PP master data. When we are going to suggest template allocation concept means client wanted to activity type, but not considering the PP side. Then only we are going to suggest this activity type. Majorly example is the repairs and maintenance.
Can you please come again, sir? Client want the
Client want to do expenses through activity type. That
Okay.
activity type is not a manpower, is not a machine hours, is not utilities. Means these three are comes under the PP side. Only they know these two only. Other than this, if any activity type, they don't know. They know how much of manpower is required, how much of machine hour is required, how much of utilities, because of direct involvement there. But repairs and maintenance quality, that is out of, after completion of a manufacturing machine hours, repairs and maintenance, they don't bother. But we should consider if any through activity type, this activity type.
So we are bringing them instead of routing, we are bringing them through template.
Yeah, that is a concept. That is how we are going to bring what is the method concept means template allocation.
Okay.
So is there any other way other than activity type where we can calculate quality cost and R&M?
Either this one, only three options are there. Cost sheet, primary cost component split, template. Three options are there. You can able to put either costing sheet or PCSS or template.
Okay.
It's not a standard of follow carriage inverse costing sheet like that. Here repairs and maintenance, in some other project, I made it as a cost sheet. Indirect material, indirect labor, I put in some other is a template allocation. According to their requirement, we have to flip. But we need to know how cost sheet is work, how primary cost component split will work, how active template allocation will work. Because of all these three methods are relating to the overheads. Overheads is a big topic that some clients to clients, industry to industry is a fluctuate. But material as well as machine utility power is a fixed. Normally 90% is fixed, but overheads is a jumbling from industry to industry.
So, in one of the project, in previous project, that repairs and maintenance they captured from plant maintenance. They used to create activity type and then they used to capture.
Then that their side is the PM model activity type. But how we are going to bring that expenses to in our? That is nothing but this one. No, I don't want PM module. I want directly booking expenses based on the some cost of goods manufactured. Total amount means one option is there. Cost sheet with the percentage space. I don't want PM order, PM plant maintenance order module. Then this we will go suggest.
Sir, could you please explain primary cost component split again?
Here, suppose if manufacturing is there, then only my helping tool, my additional manpower and insurance need. If there is no production, so these three is a dependent on machineries. If you are running of machinery cost, then total of machinery labor overhead will come. No material, no activity type. How we are going to achieve this means by way of a primary cost component split. One option is there, SAP. This is also capturing of overhead only, but what with the methodology? I don't want of costing sheet. I don't want of a template. Is there any methodology depends upon the machinery's cost means this we need to design.
Okay, sir.
These are all service 16. If still any other means make it as some other. If not able to identify some other cost, all are putting into other cost still. Maximum 16 or maximum 20 something. And still some other, what other than manufacturing inside, this expenses also, if you want to bring here this one. These are not.
Sridhar, Sridhar, if there is a mission is ideal without using, will there be any cash calculation for that?
Compulsory depreciation. Depreciation every month, irrespective of a production, is a straight line method.
So are we going to capture here?
Which compulsory?
In cost component.
Here, yeah, this is only machinery / depreciation.
Okay.
Here 2 point. Variable cost is a raw material. Fixed cost is nothing but a in-house. Variable cost per unit always variable. Sorry, fixed. Fixed cost per unit always variable. Logic is there here. See, fixed cost per unit always variable. Second, variable cost per unit always fixed. If you understand this, then almost you can get the clarity. How means variable means what are the variable here? Raw material or pack material. If it's the production is there, this raw material we are going to consume. Suppose raw material cost is 100. I'm going to use of a production is a 5 quantity. What is the rate here? 100 divided by 5. This is the rate. If a production increase, raw material is a 200, then what is that? How much? 2 into 2 is a 10. What is the rate here? 200 divided by 10. See here, this is the raw material. This is nothing but a variable. Total cost is the same. So variable cost per unit always is the same. Fixed cost means you told that if there is no machinery, say downtime or idle time, then that time there is no expenses, but rate is fluctuating. If there is no production, zero production, but still we are calculating depreciation as per the straight line method in FI side. So rate is fluctuating. So fixed cost is nothing but a depreciation is always fixed. That rate irrespective of a production is the same. So today is a 10 supposed 5 quantity, but depreciation is suppose the same example. Depreciation is 1,000. Tomorrow also means next month also 1,000. But here this month 5 quantity I'm going to production. Next month 10 quantity. Then what is the rate? 1,000 divided by 5, and here 1,000 divided by 10. See here, fluctuating. This is the fixed cost. See here, this is the variable cost. Variable cost always same. Fixed cost always fluctuable. Just for knowledge purpose only, this is no way relating. Just for understanding. Okay, this is that. Total means whatever the components we are going to bring. One is the bill of material. Second one is the routing. Third one is the costing sheet. Fourth one is the primary cost component split. Fifth one is the template. These are maximum 5 methods, 5 techniques to bring into these expenses as a
what is
cost
the
of
origin
goods.
group?
Origin group means if you want, I will tell, if you want to completely break up, I don't normally CFO, CEO level, they don't want this much of a elaborate expenses. They wanted only 2 options. One is the material cost. Second one is the overhead cost. Normally, our means finance controller and below cost controller and cost auditor, not cost auditor, some low level people, they wanted to go for this much of elaborate. What is this? Okay, those level or those people only, they wanted to go for this much of expenses here. But here CFO, CFO, finance manager, finance director, they don't want this much of elaborate for cost expenses. They wanted to go for what is my material cost, what is my overhead cost. That is nothing but a group. I will give material here, material, pack material, and rest of the thing overhead group is the one origin group assigned to the all components. Because if they wanted to go only two, I don't want bifurcation of step by step. But as per my experience, better to instead of go for origin group, better to create a one more cost component split. I will tell you. This is the primary cost component split, which means elaborate all expenses. One more cost component split also we can able to create. That is nothing but a bifurcation, not required. Only material, and that is nothing but a auxiliary cost component split. SAP gave one option to avoid grouping of assigned to the all components, make it is a one component. Clear. This is the first we need to understand. Whatever we are following by order, by sale order, ETO, ABC, whatever it may be, this is the first you need to understand of if you go CO implementation.
Sir, couple of questions, Prasad here. Good time to speak.
Yes, sure.
Sir, one question is relating to the cost component structures, whatever you said. So maximum, how many is restricted, sir, to
40,
define?
40 you can use.
Okay.
Yes,
In the same way, for example, you have given 17 something. So in the same way, we can go at till 40.
Till 40 we can able to.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And another question is something like this, sir, depreciation.
Hmm.
The way how you said is depreciation is fixed, but it depends upon the production. For example,
This one.
there is right, sir. So there is 1 lakh of depreciation which got posted in finance, right? Now the question is, my cost is depreciation cost is only 1 lakh. If I produce, so let us say there is a normal capacity or practical capacity. So for example, if there is 1000 units which I can produce practically, this is the practical capacity, right? For example, based upon this 1000 units, if I calculate 1 lakh divided by 1000, it's around, the 100 rupees per unit, let us say. Okay, now, if production increases, so, but still my depreciation cost is same. Is it possible? I mean, to say,
same, whatever I told you, variable cost, this one, fixed, sorry, this one comes under this one. Fixed cost per unit, always variable. See here, this is the depreciation cost, 1000. But here production increases from 5 quantity to 10 quantity. But what is the rate here? Down.
Correct.
So that's why fixed cost always variable, depends upon the production. But coming to variable cost always fixed, because of if it is the increase of quantity, according to quantity, BOM increase means input raw material increase 10 quantity. But here not like that. Depreciation.
But sir, will system pick in this way the calculation what you did? So 200 and 100. Will it do?
Yeah, it's a production order creation, consumption time. This much of a consumption will go automatically based on the BOM.
This is, see, material is fine, sir. I am talking about this fixed cost now. This is something the understanding is required. The same example for depreciation. So whatever you have given, if you produce 5, it will become 200, and if you produce 10, it will become 100.
There is concept of variance.
This is nothing but activity type rate calculation. Your book expenses, suppose for example, this expense is F-0 to I booked. But production order, one production order 5 quantity, another production order 10 quantity. Then rate is the common, is a 200, 100.
Sir, this is the loading on the, what you say, when you confirm the production order, whatever the activities that you load, it depends on that. Right?
See here, 5 and 10, when we are going to do? These are 5 hours missionaries. These are 10 hours is a missionary.
Correct.
At the time of a production order confirmation.
Confirmation, correct, correct.
This expenses divided by production order, that is the actual activity rate calculation.
Okay, you are talking about actual. Okay.
Actual only I want. I don't want plan. Plan means here how this is up. I don't know how much of a production I'm going to do.
Yeah, right, sir. Now I got you. Now I got you. So this is bit, this question, came to my mind. Yeah, right, sir. Thanks. Go ahead.
Clear.
I have, sir. Can we assign our a quarterly discount that we receive from the supplier?
No. That's no sales concept. Only cost concept here. That is comes under the pricing procedure, discount of to the customers that will get because of
no discount from vendor. I'm talking about.
That is coming na at the time of a goods received, invoice time.
No, that quarterly discount they will give based on our quarterly. Purchase turnover.
Quarterly. So quarter means here we are doing every month.
Yeah.
Month-end activities of product costing as well as actual costing every month we should do. During the time whatever we got a discount from the vendor, that time only we will get some discount. That time we will get some less price.
Okay.
Not because of this is some lack. Because every month, suppose this August cost vendor gave a discount. How can I this discount replicate to my previous periods?
That may be the financial settlement, sir.
But not a costing point of view.
Debit credit notes, whatever we raise, that settles in the finance, but so it is not the direct discount what we get from the purchase order, from the vendor.
Yeah, invoice time only. Invoice time only. That should also reflect to the my inventory only. But this month, if I get a discount of means August month, this I can't able to bring back to July and June.
No, that's what I'm saying, sir. It's a purely or mere financial settlement I am talking. If it
No,
is directly...
this month we can able to adjust current month of cost, not only for FI. Because of that is going to reflect to my inventory cost of current month. So followed by the product costing, followed by the actual costing.
This kind of scenario we handle through the accrued freight kind of concept. Whoever is talking in the purchase order, it will kind of accrue a tentative value.
Please continue.
Fine. I'm going to replicate this in our SAP. Clear here?
Sir, for point 17 to 20, again, we have the 3 option only, right? Like we are going to use that.
Which one?
From point 17 to 21. Again, this 3 cost sheet and either of this.
Yeah, cost sheet only, but subcontracting, external byproduct, that is different. But out of manufacturing in our location. But we should include.
Here's the one question. The cost component structure will have the limitation of 40, right? Okay. Similarly, do you have limitation in the routing also?
Routing means each work center maximum 6 activity types we can able to build. That's the limitations is there. 6 activity type in each work center. But those work center we can put unlimited in routing. Only work center we can able to maximum limitations 6, but those each operation wise different work center, that unlimited we can put in routing.
Maybe when you come to routing, can you more maybe we need?
Yeah, that we can see.
Yeah.
Okay, go for. Why I took this much of a time means this we need to understand. Simply okay, TZ create, that is not correct, na? They don't know cost component structure. We don't know cost sheet. Product cost controlling. Product cost planning. Basic settings for material costing. Define cost component structure. Transaction code is the OKTZ. It's a familiar, we have to do. This one. Like this. New entries. First 20 some 2-digit only. Okay, 22. 2022. Cost component structure. Oh, already is there. Can make it 02. Enter. Anyway, description is there. We can enable. Just this is a text code. This we'll see activate and primary. Later I will explain. Select new entries. New entries. Here. First component, this one. 10. Sorry, here this is the cost component structure 02. This is the 10 raw material. Same copy paste I will do. And here components are divided into 3 areas. One is the control. Second one is the display. Third one is the transfer price. Cost component structure. Each means divided into control means what? Is it a fixed cost or variable cost? I told you, raw material, pack material, according to manufacturing, this is going to fluctuating. So this one, if I increase the production, quantity also increase, value will also increase. If it is a fixed means, irrespective of a production, this cost is not changed. So is it comes under which one? This material cost, is it fixed or variable? Is it cost fixed or variable? That is the control. If you select only variable, this will comes under the variable. If you put fixed and variable, whether it is a variable or fixed, system will consider. Fixed means fixed will consider. Variable means variable consider. If you select only variable, if it is a fixed, system will not consider. So always make it is a fixed and variable cost, either fixed or variable. No need to bother, system will consider.
Sir, but for a production, for example, we are manufacturing steel, and there's one mold. So the raw material is fixed there.
That's why whether you are fixed or variable, whatever it may be, better to make it as a fixed and variable means system will not consider of variable fixed, not like that. If it is a variable cost or if it is fixed cost, only one option. System, SAP didn't give variable separate, fixed separate. Only variable, fixed and variable separate, like that. Fixed cost means, okay, give fixed. Variable means 2 options, either go for variable or put here. But put always try to make it fixed and variable only. System will consider either fixed or variable. No need to bother about that, each component.
Sir, where is the impact, sir? Is it in the cost component structure?
Suppose if you put a raw material in material master, price control is the V, moving average price, you maintain. Okay. Sorry, price control, yes, standard price you maintain. If you select variable, system will not consider.
Okay.
Correct, na? As per the logic.
Yeah, right, sir. Correct.
That's why don't bother, just put system will consider. But you need to know what is the cost share. Cost share means this one on. And roll up. Roll up means raw material cost should bring to the SFG level because of this is the input material. SFG cost should include to the FG level because of this is the input material. That roll up, if you want, you should put. If you don't want, put. But always 100% we want because of we are doing material ledger. Especially for a cost roll up from raw material expenses, whether it's a MIGO price difference or exchange rate differences or debit claim, whatever the expenses should bring to the next level. From there to next level, roll up is a compulsory. So always put roll up only. Cost summarization, I told you here, instead of doing go for this one, make it is a separate one auxiliary where it is here. Cost component structure, auxiliary cost component structure. Go for this one. This will not give much information, but auxiliary cost component structure will give more. And here information. How we are going to give these total expenses, whatever this expenses, 21 components. How we are going means always cost of goods, product costing deals with the cost of goods manufactured only, not a cost of goods sold. Difference, what where is the difference between COGM and COGS? Plus change in stock, plus change in inventory is nothing but a cost of goods sold. So always filter criteria, cost components on view itemization, cost of goods manufactured level only, not any selling and distribution expenses. Most important. Because of we are doing of a product costing. So cost sheet always COGM level only, inventory valuation fixed. If you make it is a cost is fixed. Inventory valuation, this is updated in accounting one tab. If you go and check in accounting one tab, that the price control, yes, RV, whatever it may be, that inventory valuation, goods movement, this is the system is considering. And the accounting two tabs are there. Two tabs is the commercial inventory, tax inventory is there. If you go and check in commercial inventory, commercial price 1, 2, 3, tax price 1, 2, 3. These two are information purpose only available. If any material is a devaluate, devaluation means, suppose if one example is there, crude oil. Normally in a refinery industries, crude oil, that crude oil, they will compare with the market price. It's a raw material. If crude oil is compared with, suppose I have some 100 rupees of a crude oil right now. I need to compare with every month. I need to compare with the current situation because of this is a commodity. If it is any down, that we need to devaluate my price. That devaluation purpose, commercial price as well as a tax price 1, 2, 3, commercial price 1, 2, 3 available in accounting 2 tab. Normally, we don't see about of accounting 2 tab. Only for devaluation purpose, those two will. Those also, if you want to inventorize, this fixed and variable need to be activate both. And coming to the transfer price. Transfer price means normally this is the material ledger component. These expenses while doing a transferring one company code to another company code are within the company code. That time only is going to expenses, which means that is only for FG material. Carries outwards. This is the carries inwards. Carries inwards bear on the raw material, but carries outwards is nothing but a FG material. That material is transferring one company code to another company code or intra-company code, plant to plant. So that will consider under the transfer price, not here. That's why here, even SAP also by default, see here, all our inventory valuation by default. I didn't do here, not relevant by default, make it. This is the information. And cost component split. This, if you are bringing of a material from vendor to in our location, if you want to break up my material cost, my freight cost, my like this, that expenses, if you want, make it initial cost component split. And delta, this is the relating to the our concept only here, transfer price. If a material is within the cross company code, inter-company code, this we need to make it, and intra-company code, we need to make it. This is the group valuation purpose. This is the profit center valuation purpose. But this setup, I'm doing of multiple currency setup, multiple valuation time, I am going to do activate this one. Company code means material is moving from one company code to another company code. Profit center means profit center equal to plant. So material moving within the company code. This one. This not required here. At the time of a multiple valuation with legal and group valuation time. For group valuation, this we should make it. Under profit center valuation, this we should make it. But not now. Next, I'm going to create one more cost component structure for multiple valuation time. That time I will do.
Sir?
Sridhar, one question over here regarding the cost share. Can you please give an example on how the cost share work in with respect to variable cost and fixed and variable cost when we use moving average as well as standard price? How the the impact? Can you
Suppose,
just make it clear?
so raw material, if you make it is a price control is the V. V is nothing but a variable. Moving average price. That time we have to make it is a variable cost.
Okay.
If raw material make it is a FG, standard price material, then there is no option separate for fixed. Then we have to make it as a fixed and variable cost.
Oh.
If raw material make it is a standard price, and by default, if you make it is variable cost, system will not consider.
Sir, but as you said, because of the material ledger, all the materials should be priced as standard. So we should
Because
keep it.
that's why always make it is a fixed and variable cost.
Okay.
Like that, we need to do all. Only one we did. Like that, all components we should do. Some pack material.
So if you introduce any SFG, then you can also include SFG.
SFG, if it is a purchase, not a manufacturing. Manufacturing means all expenses here come. If it is a SFG material purchasing up from outside, then here we can. That's why here material cost means not only for raw material, means raw material slash SFG material. Normally we will make it, not separate. Normally SFG sometimes we can able to purchase. Whatever we are going to purchase, that directly raw material for us. If we are in the internal manufacturing means, then only we can treat as a SFG. Outside material, we will not treat as a SFG material. For them, SFG means for vendor side is the SFG, but our side is the definitely we are purchasing, we are using. So raw material only we will think. So no need of a separate SFG component here.
So in one of the project, sir, they used to capture that HAL material in raw material component itself.
Like that.
Yeah.
So normally SFG, raw material slash SFG like that we can put.
So they used to assign the cost element HAL material in that.
We will give same whatever GL accounts we are going to, that GL accounts we will give here. Same component, see here 20, we'll make it 10 or 20 like that. I will do copy paste. 20 pack material. Same setup, save. Next, like this, new entry, 02. 02 means our cost component structure only. And 30, copy. This is a direct labor, nothing but a manpower. Don't make it as a direct labor like that, because of labor means is some time of some degrade. Normally try to avoid that labor, make it as a manpower in live environment also. Normally some clients, they don't want. And here 40, machinery, depreciation. Next, 02, utilities. Utilities means is a like this I'm going to do. 60, 50, power or electricity. New entries, 02, 60. Okay, here. Same, I will copy paste 50, 60. 60 of what? Which one I did? Power I did. Okay, fuel. Save. Next new entries. 0 to 70. Diesel. Save. Next new entry. 80. Water. There was some confusion is there.
Sir, fuel, diesel, water, these are all variable costs, right?
And variable, depends upon the production. Only depreciation, only fixed.
Sridhar, just remove that utilities row, Sridhar.
Yeah,
it will be
confusing, correct. Because only for understanding purpose, I told 50, 60. 80 water. Okay. Now 90. Carriage inverse means is raw material bringing. 0 to 100. R&D expenses. Next entry. Indirect material, indirect labor. Save. Putting into SAP is not at all big task. If you do 2 times, 3 times, automatically you can do. Correct, na? Oh. $120 I did. 130. Indirect overhead is nothing but some insurance we can take. Quality expenses. Testing of our product before going to release. R&D, repairs and maintenance. Still any other than this above expenses, we can make it as a some factory overhead, some other will fund comes under this one. Next. 170 subcontracting charges. Next. 180 external partial manufacturing. 0 to byproduct. Finally, additive. Like this.
Sir, what if we have more than 40 this 40?
No, not 40, no. So total how many? Number only 100.
20 components, yeah.
Still 20 we can manage.
Sir, for additive cost, don't we need to activate the transfer pricing?
Here not additive cost means one thing. Intercompany, here we should do. For intra-company, in profit center accounting, setup is there. That's why I add here. 19 only showing. One is missed out. Raw material missed out. Correct, na? See, where is the raw material?
Yes.
Back. Oh, now okay. Something. Okay.
So initial cost split that export, right?
Because of if any raw material bringing outside, you are doing a freight cost or octroi cost or any other cost, that if you want to split, but already included, that only for information only, nothing will do with this one.
Sir, what is this FC1, FXC2?
Which one? This is the
correct.
full cost. This is the fixed cost. This is only for testing for this one. Now, okay, we made it as a one structure of cost sheet. Now we have to assign cost, select raw material, assign cost component. Which cost elements here we need to assign? Whatever we are bringing of a material from outside and putting into the bill of material, that should comes under the OBYC. What is that? Consumption.
GBB, sir.
GBB, VBR. Not GBB, lot of are there.
Yeah.
Which one?
VBR.
Consumption means whatever we assigned in OBYC, GBB, VBR, those cost elements with relating to the BOM, we should assign. Important here. That's why I told you GL accounts creation, OBYC setup. Why this a link up from OBYC to cost component structure means this is the one. That we should assign. Cost component structure. First one, raw material. Chart of accounts 2022. Cost element. What is the cost element for GBB, VBR? What is that OBYC table?
3030.
Chart of accounts 2022. Here. GBB, VBR. These two. See here, raw material and SFG both I assigned here. This raw material, this GL account, so here we should assign. Enter and enter here. Origin group means this one only. I don't want to give here. I am making separate cost component structure for this one. And the cost component structure 02. Like this. Most important here, in bill of material, we are procuring, we are giving in material master those material relating information that we need to consider OBYC, GBB, VBR. This is some missed out means I calculated, I consumed the production but not updated means this is a mismatching. Link up from OBYC to OKTZ. Okay, this is the material. This is the activities. This is how activities means this is the routing activities. Some other activities also is there. That is different. Next we will discuss. But these are routing activities. Routing activities means here there is no option to give routing concept. Here cost component structure always only cost elements. This is the raw material cost is the external cost. So always we are going to give a primary cost elements. So, but internal, whatever manpower, machinery, power, fuel, diesel, water, these are all activity types. So here we designed. So these are activity types. Activity types is nothing but a secondary cost elements we have to create. This is the primary cost elements. This is the primary cost. This is the primary cost. And coming to the activity type means these are only we are going to give cost elements. Those cost elements means secondary cost elements we have to give. Primary cost elements means OBYC is a one cost element. Coming to the secondary with activity relating to the 43 category is a standard cost element category. Those cost element category we have to create, assign these components in our OKTZ. Okay, keep it open, FS00. Same FS00. Normally in ECC, we are going to use KA06 for secondary cost elements. But this is already obsolete. This came directly to the year only. Secondary cost elements, as we account group 9 series, I discussed 9, category 43. By seeing, we can able to identify. This is a activity type cost elements. 1. Enter. GL account type here. Should select secondary cost. This is the direction. This is the backend programming. Account group, secondary separate group we maintained and gave a 9 series. Then here, short text. This one, manpower. For identification, internal activity allocation. Copy and paste. Control data. Come down here. See, account settings in customizing here. Cost elements will come. If you select secondary cost in first tab, this 21, 31 will come. Here is the internal activity allocation, 43 category. All activity type related GL accounts means cost elements 43. Whether you are using of a routing or template, but is it relating to the activity type only. So activity type means always 43 secondary cost element category only. Enter. Then here field status group is the cost accounts. Because of there is no option to give a KA06. This cost element here we should assign where our cost component structure one by one we can assign. Select assign cost components, new entries, chart of accounts, cost elements. Cost component is the manpower. Back. Next, machinery. Double click. Here also means the same. Select, create, copy to secondary cost, and here machinery, not a depreciation. We will not. Internal activity allocation, control data, 43. Cost accounts. Save. This cost element, here we need to assign. New entries, cost component structure, chart of accounts, cost element, machinery, activity type. Back. Next, power, utilities. Double click, new entries, cost components. Oh, I didn't create. Create, select, same. Select, copy. Three. And here, power. Internal activity allocation. Save. Copy of this GL account. Enter. Power activity type cost component. Next. Fuel. New entries. Okay, fuel need to be created here. Copy. 4. Fuel. This this Excel sheet is what all day 1, day 2, day 3. Normally in live environment. is nothing but a KDS. Correct, na? If you are in implementation, just do like this only, copy, paste, copy. Don't enter always. You see, I am not always entering F coding, just copy, paste only. This key data structure, KDS means key data structure. First, we have to prepare organization structure, cost component structure, chart of accounts, GL accounts, like that. Only you have to do copy, paste only in the system. I used to follow like this only. I will not enter manually anything. I will do only Excel sheet typing, just copy paste only. Go to here. Which one? Cost component, fuel. See here, I'm not entering here. Fuel. Next, diesel. New entries. Diesel means this one. Select, copy, year 5. PL, internal activity. Need to check whether it is a 43. Save. This 4943. Here, chart of accounts, cost component structure, diesel. Back. Next, water. New entries. Chart of accounts. Here. Go to 6. Here, water. Internal activity allocation. Save. This 943. Here we should assign. Save. Like this till this one completed. Now coming to the Excel, see here. BOM we did, that is a GBB VBR. This is internal activity allocation of cost elements. Now here, two components. One is the costing sheet. Second one is this is the overhead. Overheads are different concepts. Carriage inverse and research and development, how we decided we are going to bring costing sheet. Costing sheet means this is the cost element category here, 41. First, this is also secondary cost elements only, costing sheet within internal. So how we are going to bring, if any expenses, if you decide through costing sheet, that costing sheet cost element category is the 41, like 43 for activity type. Here 41 we should create and assign carriage inverse and research and development. Because of we decided here these expenses quantity based percentage, but that is a later in configuration. But in cost component structure here up to this. Go for GL account, create. This is the 41. So 941 I am going to create. 1. Carriage inverse. Okay. Secondary cost and secondary cost element. Copy. Carriage inverse. Control data. Your cost element category. This we decided cost sheet. So overhead is nothing but a cost sheet component cost element. This one. This we need to assign here. And this is also cost accounts. Make it is a cost accounts. G004. Save. This we should assign. Where? Here. Select carriage inverse. New entries. Cost component structure, chart of accounts. And here carriage inverse component. Next, R&D expenses. New entries. For that also, we need to create. Same select, copy into R&D expenses. Save. This one, cost component structure, chart of accounts. Save. Back. Next, okay, finish these two. Now, indirect material, indirect labor, indirect expenses, we decided we are going to bring primary cost component split. Primary cost component split means name itself is the decided. This is the primary cost element only, not a secondary cost element. So here the cost element category is the one primary cost elements. It's not a secondary cost element, but linking next we will give splitting structure. First, cost elements of primary cost element 1. This is nothing but GL accounts. And assigned to the here each component. So 111 cost element category we should create because of name itself is a explain is a primary cost only, not a secondary cost. Bringing is the different. So go for creation of expenses 400, some 800 I'm going to make it. 400, 801, anything number. Then which expenses is this one? Indirect material. It's nothing but a primary cost. Account group, profit and loss account. Primary indirect material, indirect labor. Cost element category is the 1. This is the cost accounts. 0004. Save. This 400, 801 we need to assign here. Indirect material. New entries. Chart of accounts. And ID material. ID material means indirect material. Back. Next, indirect labor. Indirect labor also is a primary cost elements only. So here, select, copy, 2. Same, indirect labor. Save. Just copy, indirect labor component. Save. Next, attributes. Indirect overheads is nothing but say insurance, some other expenses. That indirect overheads, copy, 3. Indirect overheads. Save. 400, 803. Here we should assign. Then finish up for this primary. Then quality and this one. Quality cost and maintenance cost. How we are going to bring? We decided template. Template allocation is a technique, but how cost elements through activity type of secondary cost elements. That is nothing but 43 only. Your activity type is just means 43 category only. But this is a routing. This is the template that will decide next step. But in this step, both are 43 categories only, either routing as well as a template. So quality cost, need to create. This is secondary cost elements. 9,406. Make it 7. Quality cost, internal activity, save. I will create now itself. 8. What is the cost? Maintenance cost. Save. This we need to assign here. Quality cost. New entries. Here. 7. Quality cost. Back. And the next, repairs and maintenance. Eight. This one. Save. Like this. Because of all or whatever we assign right now, internal manufacturing expenses only here. BOM, routing, template, cost sheet, whatever it may be. These are all external oriented. While doing of testing of each scenario, that time I will create and assign and assign. I will come and assign here. Okay. This is the up to whatever the repairs and maintenance internally purely manufacturing. With these scenarios, I will come on because of once decided cost component structure activating material ledger, system will not go and allow to add one more component. Most important point. Suppose I decided only 150 repairs and maintenance and I did. Later, I wanted to add other cost, subcontracting, external, all these components after material ledger activation. After material ledger activation, some transactions have done. If I want to add component, system will not allow. System will throw a dump at the time of actual costing execution.
There is controlled change of cost of components.
Change is control only for cost component structure change, but not adding. If you want to add, means before of plant activation of ML only we should do. Most important, I faced this struggle. I posted to SAP because of they wanted to one more, because till now completely they did the manufacturing process internally. Now after some days they wanted to go for subcontracting process. But earlier, before I went to previous CO consultant, they didn't do subcontracting and one more component. Now I tried to activate one more adding component to 170, suppose 170 subcontracting charges, and the time of execution of a CKMLCP system dump got. Then we posted to SAP. SAP will say, SAP said that it's a consulting issue. They paid because they wanted to business. They paid and the client paid to SAP. SAP did some backend program, something. That's why to avoid maximum, try to add some more components. If you are using or use, suppose I added here other cost like that, other cost 1, 2, 3 like that. Now itself you can add. If you want, you can use, otherwise leave it. But adding GL accounts, assign, removing, okay. But adding 210, 220 after activation of ML is a very tedious, complex and complex also. There is no option. We have to go for SAP only helping. If activating of material ledger. In SAP, definitely, S4HANA, definitely, there is no option. We have to activate material ledger. So try to avoid of adding of new components after activation. Better try to now itself, if are not using also, make it 210, 220, 230 like that.
See, generally companies in first phase, they don't implement costing, but they activate material ledger. What if they want to implement costing CO model now after activating material ledger? They couldn't create any. They didn't create anything out of this.
No.
How they will
But
work now?
Nowadays, I didn't see this one. I saw this concept in ECC.
Okay.
First phase, they went for only for this one. Second phase, this is the completely activation of this one. Now S/4HANA, because of stage 1, stage 2, not like that, all are following similar thing.
In case there is some case in first phase they didn't implement costing. Now after 1 year they want to implement costing, but they did not create anything out of this. What is solution for them?
No, this I didn't see this one as of now, actually speaking.
Okay.
Because same whatever you said, raise a question. This I did in ECC, but there is no mandatory material ledger in ECC concept.
Okay.
Okay. This I will do later because of adding and I told you, adding and removing cost elements existing. Okay. By adding of a component is a complex, then we will do. So here now is right now is ready for cost.
Questions.
Yeah.
So for example, so in cost component structure, let's say we are defining raw materials and third-party raw materials, intermediaries, separate components. Okay. So whatever the GL accounts we are assigning in the cost component structure, it should match with the GBB VBR for every component.
If it is in BOM, then
okay,
definitely,
so
that is that is the direct material. You are saying
right.
this is the component that is not the direct material. That is the indirect material comes under.
Now, when we are purchasing from third-party suppliers.
Now, whatever it may be, if you are putting in those materials in bill of material or not, that is a question, first one.
Okay, got you. So it means if it is direct material related, which is part of BOM, so definitely it has to be matching with GBB VBR.
Yes.
Okay. So second one. So sir, can we use one of the origin group in our cost component? So we need to understand. So what is the
then no need of auxiliary cost component structure.
Okay, can't we use both?
It's a complicated will come. Dump will come sometimes also.
Okay.
Because better to go for two cost. SAP gave a standard approach. And also I have some aware note. Better to go for, instead of a origin group, better to go for auxiliary cost component split. Because SAP gave clearly feature.
Right. Yeah, because my client is using in most of the cost components origin group.
Yeah, because of your client didn't involve of auxiliary cost component split. Right. That is the reason.
That is true. Even here also they are using origin group.
Because of here one option is there. That option I will show you.
At least can you please give us the overview of the origin group, how it
same thing, na? Here origin is nothing but is it material or overhead?
Yes.
Only for identification purpose only for information. Because of CFO and high level people, they don't want this much of big components. They wanted to, what is my material cost? What is my material? What is my overhead cost? If go for, again, we have to go on to take Excel sheet dump and need to manually. Why unnecessary this much of a flexible SAP give? If we are giving an origin group for each component, again, we have to go on to take what is the end user will do. Again, each and every component, they will put an Excel sheet. Again, make this, okay, this is the material. This is the overhead. This is, again, he will do manual. I don't want a manual. Why should I do manual? I'm going to take purchasing of SAP. This is the purpose. So If you want only bifurcation of material and overhead, create one more cost component structure. About 03. 2022. This is nothing but a bifurcation. Auxiliary cost component structure. This cost component structure, only 2. 03. And first, variable cost or material cost. And one more 3, overhead cost or fixed cost. This one. And check it in origin group, only 2, 3 are only maintained here, maintained in your client. This one. And what means? Whatever the material cost we assigned in main cost component structure, those all cost element we should assign here. It's a one-time activity. What is that? Here, GBB VBR is the material cost. GBB material consumption. Here 199 something. Go for material cost. Back. Second one, whatever the assigned, all cost elements, those cost elements here we should assign. What is the cost elements means? This is the GBB, we are all from 30 to 150, whatever we created, 43, 41, 143, all cost elements, whatever we assigned here. This because of this is my overhead. This is my origin. This I wanted to go and assign here. There is no option to give of this one, either cost element or origin group. But I am not using, I am using of a origin group, I am going to create separate cost component structure to get the more information. From where? Indirect material to last option to this one. All we need to assign here. Same this only. Indirect material, indirect labor, overheads, not purchase group. This is okay. This is a group. And the second thing, activity type related what? 941 to 943. All we should assign here. Both the cost component structure total is should match. Because of normally those people, what is means CFO will ask, what is the material cost, overhead cost? Again, end user, what he will do? He will take a dump and putting in Excel sheet, he will do man and submit. Why unnecessary? SAP give a standard approach here. So 02
One more
is
question is that
yeah.
Yeah, so can we activate auxiliary cost component structure at any time, even after the ML is active, or should we do it?
No, that is a good question. Now itself only before.
Okay.
You know, suppose all people are using origin group. I don't want origin group. I don't want manual exercise. I want to ready-made. Means I wanted automatic. That is also not possible because of this is cost component split. Same similar functionality of main, how it is applicable. Same auxiliary also, it will applicable. So here I created separate, here I created separate. But this is the main, this is the 03. Only description is auxiliary, but how means here is the option. Assignment of organization units with cost component structure. Here new entries. What is the company code? Plant. Company code is okay. Plant, I created one plant and future I'm going to create multiple plants like depot plants. So don't give here plants. Instead make it as a mass Masked plants means like this. Whatever the plants we are going to create new in future, that also applicable to this our cost component structure. And the costing variant. Next, I'm going to explain. Lot of costing variants are there. Standard costing, sale order costing, production order costing, production order plan. By period means product cost collector. Lot of all, instead of assigning, make it here plus plus plus. This is nothing but a costing variant. Valid from, give here 1/1/2023. This one. Here is the, see. This is the main cost component structure. If you put on cursor, this is the main cost component structure, means elaborate costing sheet structure. That is nothing but a 0-2. This is the some reduce the cost component structure. This is the auxiliary. Here we should link up to 0-2 to 0-3. This is a standard function they gave. Oh, format different. This one. Standard is there. So once, okay, auxiliary I said this one. Go back and back. Costed here. See, important. BOM is coming from OBYC and material consumption. Routing means activity type of a 43. This routing activity at the time of a production order confirmation, something. And cost sheet at the time of execution of this template allocation means this activity type template allocation time. But how this will come? There is no transaction code in SAP primary cost component split. Whatever the expenses, indirect material, labor, or whatever it may be, once we are following of a primary cost component split, there is no transaction execution in here. Then how I am going to bring these expenses? For that here, primary cost component split. If you activate, then only these three will come. Otherwise, they will not come. It's not only for this step plus some other 2 steps are there. I will bring those 2 steps also. And both this same auxiliary cost component and primary, and both should be active. Save. This is the cost component structure. Any doubt?
So primary cost component splits is, I mean, not, I didn't understand it. So.
Yeah, because this is not a directly activity type, not a material, not costing sheet, not a template. Then there is no option to execute in separate in SAP. Not SAP means in our costing side. How they are going to bring means those expenses are completely depends upon this machinery. So I told you, no, this is only 1 step plus 2 steps are there. What are the next step means? Go for here.
Sridhar, you have created some more cost component groups. We can assign the cost element interval later on.
Later. Cost elements removing, adding. Okay, no issue. See here, this I didn't add now. But yes, I created, but later at the time of each process, I am going to create and add here. That I will do. Okay. I can, that's okay, no issue. System will show stop. But 210, 220, if I want to add after activation, that is a problem.
Okay.
Hello. Hi, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Sir, actually, that template allocation or a primary cost component split or above there is another step. So all those are cost. So all those are using for overhead calculation. Am I right?
Yeah, only overhead costing. But
okay,
actually speaking, machine power, machine and utilities also overhead. Only 2 components only, na? Direct material, direct labor. These 2 are only prime cost. Other than material, other than labor, all comes under. But options are, what are the options are means cost component split, primary cost component split, costing sheet, template. That is a methodology we are following because of SAP gave this option.
Sir, my question is that we can use the 3 allocation structure means in one means when we are going to do planning standard cost estimate, can we use 3 also means template allocation? Sorry, that yeah. Here primary cost component split and that costing sheet and the template. So we can use the 3 at a time.
And I'm using this for that purpose only. I will, whatever I added here, I will use all. I will bring material cost, I will bring machinery, and some carriage inverse I will bring through costing sheet. Still, just only components only, cost elements only I need to add. I will show you all with the auxiliary cost component structure also.
Okay. Sir, if clients requires he want to do means they want to perform only one means overhead allocation.
But here I'm not saying you have to use all.
Okay.
But some now also I'm using only this only.
Okay, sir.
Cost sheet only. Present my project. Cost sheet only they are using, not to template allocation, not primary cost. Some clients they wanted to only template allocation, not like that. But I am not telling you should use all, not like that. Requirement depends upon the request. Suppose clients wanted, I don't want to create any costing sheet template allocation, some activity type other than overhead, but I want I wanted to overhead. Then what is the possible chances? He is not using costing sheet. He is not using activity type other than routing. Only one option, primary cost component. That we need to analyze.
Okay, sir. Okay.
How are we loading the expenses to this components 110, 120, and 130?
That is a concept. No, I will explain. Still, a lot of processes are there.
Fine.
Okay.
Sir, one more question on the subcontracting, that component 170. So we have a tab in the costing variant also subcontracting. So that one.
Subcontracting in this 180 also is there, no? Besides subcontracting, external processing is there.
Okay.
That is also, I will explain when I start this one.
Fine.
Okay. This is the process. Now, okay. This is the, this I'm going to create a material, and this is I created outing. Now, before going to create a activity types, and we need to go for master data. What are the master data? One is the profit center. Second one is the cost center. Third one is the activity type. 3 master data we need to design here. Just like a KS01, KE51, not like that. Purpose of creating of a profit center, purpose creation of a cost center means this is the capturing of the cost. Capturing of the cost where? Here this is the purpose.
Sridhar, you are going to show 2 more steps that is missing.
No, your voice is not loud. Can you speak loudly?
Yeah, so you are going to show 2 more steps, right? So that is pending.
Which one?
The configuration steps for the primary cost component split.
That is still, that's why for that purpose only master data is required. That is a master data. See here, day 1 to day 20, all are linking. Don't go for cut pieces. There is no cost center accounting. There is no profit center account. There is no product costing, material ledger. I want to prepare my cost of goods sold. I want to make it as a profit. That's it only. Whether you are using cost center accounting, profit center, material ledger, buy add, I don't care. I want this information. That's why don't forget. Even I don't care. I didn't consider of FI module separate, CO module separate. Make it as a simple link all. Then only you can able to see. Everybody knows. I'm telling again. Everybody knows material ledger, product costing, COPA, everything. But linking, so many times I observed. I also used to take a lot of interviews. But That I'm asking only the linking. I don't want to step creation of a cost center, profit center, cost component structure, purpose of cost component structure. Now here, master data. Master data, cost elements wise, we created and we used properly in place, where primary we used and secondary also we used. Primary we used and assigned in OBYC and make it is a OB, this cost component structure, raw material cost. And the secondary cost elements we used 41, 43 and assigned in proper places of activity type as well as a cost sheet. That is a one type of a cost elements. Next one is the cost center. I will explain cost center. Third one is the profit center. Fourth one is the activity type. Okay, first here we decided which one. Coming to the first, routing, because of these are routing, bringing expenses through activity type. And here one more, quality and repairs and maintenance, decided activity type. Methods are routing, template, okay. But here activity type decided 43. So we should create a activity types. Then we'll go. What are the activity types here? These are activity types. This is routing activity types. Second one is the quality and repairs and maintenance. Those are activity types. This is the activity type. So first we need to design as a master data. Before going to that, this we need to create a cost center. For before going to cost center, profit center is the mandatory. So cost to origin after creation of a cost element, first master data is nothing but a profit center. I told you profit center, cost center and business process. For each controlling area, one standard hierarchy compulsory to create a either profit center group or profit centers. That is a standard hierarchy they required. Actually, what is the profit center? What is the purpose of the profit center? Why we need to create a profit center? To prepare of financial statements. Same. First,
revenue.
Yeah. First we discussed earlier, to preparation of a financial statements, each plant wise or material group wise or minute material wise or company code wise. So each profit center is a revenue center. It's a collecting of expenses through cost center or directly revenues through profit center. That is nothing but a profit center is nothing but a revenue responsible center to collect both information. Revenue generating unit is nothing but a profit center. And to prepare of a financial statement of a profit center. For that purpose, we need to create at what level we are going to create a profit center means if you want to preparation of a financial statement at a company code level or plant level or material group level or still minute level is a material level. Either depends upon the situation, depends upon the process. This is also not a fixed one. According to requirement, we have to design level. It's not a company code equal to profits, not like that. At what level we are going to design profit center. Okay, before going to design a profit center, first we need to design a standard hierarchy as per the process, standard process. First to go for SPRO. Controlling profit center accounting, basic setting. First we created and set the controlling area. If any someone is there, okay, ours is there, save. Here, controlling area settings, maintain controlling area. This one. Standard hierarchy of cost center at the time of a controlling area creation. Profit center standard hierarchy, this step. Business process for activity-based costing is a different configuration. 3 steps, 3 stages, different stages we are going to create. Here same, clear 202 is a text code, PCA. And here profit center currency type means in a cost center and profit center also we can able to give. Normally this is the internal reporting purpose. So controlling area, group currency we are followed in controlling area. That group currency make it here. What is the group currency we followed? Is a USD. And here, this is the multiple currencies I'm going to follow first initial setup. So compulsory here should be legal valuation. If multiple valuation, same configuration setup, I will use profit center valuation. That is the next. Means 2023, I'm going to create a new controlling area. That time here, I will do again complete setup. That time here, I will use profit center valuation for a transfer pricing purpose. But in this step, legal, all are legal valuation only. So this one. If you want to transaction in, suppose in material purchase order creation with different other than company code currency. If you want that amount, that currency store also in our profit center, here storage in currency, transaction currency. Suppose our company code currency is the INR. I don't want INR. I'm going to create a purchase order with a different currency. If you want that here, we need to activate here. Or anyway, if you don't want to say internal means, anyway, profit center, we are going to use a different. Save. Under this profit center hierarchy, here profit center standard hierarchy, in this step only we should create. Not in easy access also one option is there. We should not create standard hierarchy in here. Controlling, profit center accounting, master data, standard hierarchy. Here we should not create standard hierarchy. SAP gave, but it is some confusion mode. If you create this one, this is create as a profit center group, not a standard hierarchy. But this profit center group will not become a profit standard hierarchy. So if even is a standard hierarchy create option, but don't create standard hierarchy here. Standard hierarchy is always configuration only, not easy access. But SAP should remove this transaction code. In cost center accounting, same, this option is not available. See here, master data, standard hierarchy, see change only. But still profit center standard hierarchy create is there. Some little bit confusion, but don't go for creation of a standard hierarchy in easy access. Should go for IMG only, all standard hierarchies. If we create means screen different group only will come, profit center group. Not like that. What should be, if we create here changes, this screen should come. This is standard hierarchy. Here we can't able to create. That's why this in this step only we have to create a hierarchy.
Sridhar, one small question. What is the relevance of that store transaction currency? Will it come in a separate report or?
No, it will update. One more option is there in something that is transaction, this report, this GL transaction, no? Profit center with one more option is there. that
because
option.
The transaction currency is like a document currency, right? So
document currency.
Okay.
That currency also, if you want, in this profit center comes under all. Not only means this hierarchy level, if you put means all profit center report to document currency also will come into picture.
Okay, thank you.
So sir, here can we use controlling area currency 20?
That's a still SAP doing R&D on this area. But SAP told that try to avoid always 20, whether in controlling area currency, controlling area creation time, as well as here. But why we should not use? They didn't give clarity. Means they didn't give more clarity. But I didn't convince of whatever they said. But simply they are telling don't go. But then if you are not using, then why you put here?
Then what about client are using as of now in profit center accounting?
Then same group currency only or profit center.
Here it is like a 1:1. So they are not using group currency.
Then which one profit center currency using?
No. Directly they are using controlling area currency now.
Then okay. Here see, if company code currency, controlling area currency means okay, no issue. 20 they are using here.
Yeah, they are using here, but the thing is in OKKP setting, they are one controlling area is one company code. 1:1 they are using.
But here then this is about 20 maximum they told, but I also don't have much information about the 20.
Because in OKKP they are not using group currency and all.
That's why here in OKKP they are using of a 10. Okay, no issue.
Okay.
But if they are using of a 20, some complications came. I got that some issues, but I posted, but they told something, but not a clarity on this area.
Okay. In OKKP they are not using.
That is okay. Then safe side.
Okay.
Either 10 or 30 only we should use. Like that only they told. But why 20 not using? Then why, if you are not use, you are telling of strongly don't use means why you gave here? Means okay, then still we are doing R&D on this area. We will update you later like that. Simply they send a message. It's a long back in a ECC itself they told. Okay, here this one. Under which whatever the creating of a cost and profit center under the standard hierarchy only. This 2022 coming from this only. Save. This only will come automatically, under which we need to create. How we are going to create? I told you, first right click. See here, same level not be. Only create a group level. Yeah. 2022 under PCA 1. PCA 1 is nothing but just for, but it's not like this in description. Company code level. It's nothing but one type of a group, not a this one. See here, details for the profit center group. Enter. Save. Next, under the company code, plans are there. Create group under the this one. Here, PCA 2 plant level. But live, according to their description only, we are going to design. But look, this is the out formation. Under plant, material group wise, combination of lower means under the lower level only. 3. Material group. Enter. Then finally, material level means here we are going to create a profit center under which here will come. Either we can go for normal transaction code or go for directly here itself only. Here we can give 2023 PCA. Profit center. Person responsible, okay, some is there. You enter. Here, if you have a multiple company codes under one controlling area, if you want to activate this profit center for all company codes, here company codes is there, you should put tick. Under this controlling area 2022, if you have multiple plans are there, by default will come assigned. If you don't want to make it as untick. By default will tick for all company codes this one. If you don't want, we can make it. Indicators, here this one.
Sir, what about the standard hierarchy activation?
Yeah, already then under this only way I'm going to create. This is a standard hierarchy. In configuration, standard hierarchy, this under which only I'm going to create here.
That standard hierarchy, okay, if we didn't activate the profit center.
Which one?
In configuration.
This one.
That activate.
No, activate. This is the only for plan purpose only.
Okay.
If you are using means only for planning purpose only you are using. This no activation of indicator is not a mandatory. Standard hierarchy. This is the standard hierarchy. Under this standard hierarchy, this one under that only group will come here.
So under the valuation group, there's two other, the parallel one and the group valuations were there. So what are the use of that?
That's why I told you, na? Here, one more I'm going to create profit center valuation for multiple valuation. That time I will give here profit center valuation for using of a transfer pricing concept. But group valuation, we should not use profit center hierarchy level. Either legal or profit center valuation.
Okay.
This is the multiple currencies I'm using for all legal valuation. That's why I selected here.
Sir, legal valuation includes PCA valuation? Transfer prices?
No. Legal valuation. Valuation is decided. Is it legal or a PCA? Both how we can implement.
Sir, the point is, for example, I have a company code, two company codes, under which I have both intra-company and as well as intercompany.
Then we should go for profit center valuation. That is the next method I'm going to explain.
Oh, got it, sir. Thanks.
So to where we use the group valuations and the parallel value?
Not here, but I added one cost component structure delta. One more last option is there, tick box, check company code and profit center value, profit center. There we are going to start from there. Means actually speaking, version onwards work will start, but decide there is it intercompany or intra-company. Intra-company means group, intra-company means profit center.
Okay.
That I will show you, but if I tell full confusion.
Sir, if we activate only the legal valuation here, so then can't we use the profit center valuation or the transfer pricing?
For this controlling area, we can't.
Okay, so it means, so let's say we have only one controlling area and then only the legal valuation is activated here. So it means we can't use the profit center valuation or for any intercompany transfers.
Profit center valuation we can use, but a transfer price we can't use.
Okay.
Purpose means if we are using, purpose means profit center valuation means transfer pricing purpose only. Now we are using profit center valuation.
Right.
Then here we are using our legal valuation means then how markup only for intra-company breakup will come. System, we should tell to system also properly. Then only system will give proper output. If we are not giving whatever we want and expecting proper results means not correct.
Right, but in the live environment, like for the clients, so let's say we have only one controlling area.
No, one controlling area. Company codes are multiple.
Yeah, exactly.
Company
code.
Hey, yeah. Next also I'm using 2023. There is no link 2022 to 2023. Same one controlling area. Next time also I'm going to create and using of a multiple company codes. That time I will put here profit center valuation.
Okay.
Controlling area to controlling area transfer not possible. Only company code to company code. That company code assigned to the controlling area. And if you want to this type of a transfer price, here we should no option.
Right. So it means so under this controlling area for this standard hierarchy, we have activated only the legal valuation. And if you want to use the profit center valuation as well, then you have to use a different hierarchy then.
No, different controlling area. One controlling area having a one type of a method. Either it should go multiple currencies or it should go multiple valuation, not for both.
Okay.
Because there is no option. If the option is there, I will assign to 2 to 3.
So intra-company transaction only we can do. Intra-company transfers we cannot do in this control area.
But I was speaking, but very low voice.
My question is, okay, only intra-company process only we can do, not intra-company process, right? You mean to say here?
No. Here, first method is I used for multiple currencies only. Not inter-company, not intra-company. Later, I'm going to use both inter and intra-company.
Okay, let's see. Okay, sorry. Okay, what about the dummy profit center? Do we need to create any dummy profit center?
No, that is a long back is outdated, like business area.
No more required. Okay.
Here, profit center, not a save option. You should activate option. In KE53 also, if you save, system will not allow. Profit center always should be active mode only. Then only it will give green status. If you make it as a save, that will not save. Like this, we are going to create a live environment, company code level, plant level, material level, under material level, profit center like this.
So in the profit center, we have indicator tab. No? Can you please show?
Which one?
Some light on.
If you don't use, lock this one.
Okay,
normally after some time
planning template is your formula planning that one.
No, I also didn't use of this one. First of all, I don't know. I never used.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, cost center also we have to prepare. Yeah, same cost center accounting. Or KS01 also we can able to create, but what is the structure, how we are going to design, that we need to do. Controlling, master data, see here, change OKEON. Standard hierarchy will come, whatever we created while we creating a controlling area, that time this one. Same, right click, how we are going to design cost centers. Profit center, okay. Plant, company code, material group, material level. This one, this is the departmental expenses. Departmental expenses means finance department, HR department, production department. These are departmental wise only. We are going to create a cost centers because of this is a purely expenses capturing only. Finance side, finance department, how much of expenses? Production, how much of expenses? These type of expenses department wise. So departmental wise only we need to create a cost centers group under which we are going to create a profit center, cost centers. For example, here, first, finance department. Save. Now, same right click, create a group, HR department. This is just group only, not any master data. Same right click, same level only, not under which. And production department. And IT department, like that, each and every department, whatever product department are there, those department here we need to make it. Next to sales and service department or marketing department. Like this, first, each departmental wise we need to create. Here we are doing of a production. So under the production, here we are going to create cost center. Sorry. Same, okay. This is a sales department we can do. Sales and service department. Under production department, I'm going to create a right click, create a cost center. Here production cost center 2022 _ P production. Same something PROD, person responsible. Cost center category. Here cost center category means this cost center is relating to finance. Same, see here. According to category only, I'm going to design here finance, HR, production. Same this one only. This is relating to the production. So production cost center. Organization. Functional, okay, no issue. Yeah. Business area. We are not using, but instead we are going to use of a profit center. We created a profit center. That profit center we should assign. So whatever the expenses as booking to this cost center under the production department, then P&L also is going to capture for this profit center. Save. For cost center, don't have any activation, just a save option.
Sir, can you please go to the indicator tab?
Yes.
So here we are locking the actual revenue and planned revenue now, sir. So in which scenario they here basically we are we capture the cost in the cost center. So in which case revenue they will capture in the cost center?
Normally cost center is nothing but expenses oriented only. Yeah. But revenue, normally if here suppose COPA not implemented, and billing, if you create as a cost elements, correct na? COPA not implemented, and if you are trying to billing with cost elements, revenue, cost element is the sales is the revenue 11, then definitely system will throw one error. Assign cost element for this. That time this cost center we can allow.
Okay, well, if implementing COPA
then no, not required here. Only that exceptional cases only. This cost center in OKB9, some transaction is there. There this revenue cost element assigned to this cost center. That time system will allow billing. Only that exceptional only I saw this one, because of normally cost center with revenue is not a relevant meaning, but this case, I did this exercise. That's why by default, SAP gave lock concept, actual as well as a plan.
Okay, sir.
One more question is that with the cost center categories, what is the major implication if we assign a different cost center category? Is it visible anywhere?
No. Cash center means suppose we are going to record the quantity of at the time of a production order confirmation. What are the fields are required? If it is a production, finance department not required of a material quantity. That is a category. Sales and services not required of any quantity. That is a concept of FA. But normally in live environment for all categories, I will make it as a tick box. But as per the category, I'm going to use of F for all.
Okay.
We have a configuration for that cost center category right now, sir?
Yeah. Because of that's why all tick box only. I will show you this one. Okay. This is the master data.
Yeah, got it. I remember.
Yeah. This is the cost center as well as a profit center. Now, most important, this is the activity type. How we are going to create an activity type and what are the cost component structure assigned cost element. Those cost element here we need to link up to the each and every activity type, whether you are using of a routing activity type or using of a template activity type. That is a master data. This is a cost center, profit center is not a big deal. Go for activity type, accounting, controlling. It's a master data. Cost center accounting, master data, activity.
KL01.
Yeah, first time I will. Later I will go transaction course. KL01. This is the activity type. Manpower or labor. Valid from 1/1/2023. Enter. Your name. This is the manpower. Activity unit. How we are going to measure this activity? Manpower means labor hours only. Here, hour. H means single digit. 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So 1 hour is not a nothing. 2 hours, 3 hours, we are going to make. That's why here, make it is a 1 hour. Cost center category. Here, in cost center, whatever we link with the production cost center category, that cost center category, here we should link. That is F we gave in cost center, that cost center here. And whatever the cost center means, it will applicable to all means, then we can go for all star cost center category. Because PP people only will use activity type. In this one, PM, plant maintenance and this PS people, they will not do production. They will go for some other activity. That's why whatever the activity type, whether using of our production or plant maintenance or PNS module, make it is the stall, they will also use. Because of activity type is the creation is the our responsibility. FIC your responsibility. But using PS and PM module, don't know whether the purpose of using of quality inspection or any other purpose. That's why put star, this will work for production, plant maintenance, and the WBS element also. Means a PS module also. And most important, this box, first box, plan, relating. This is the box actuals. Means here, activity allocation default values first, this up to this box is a plan concept. This is the concept is the variable, means the actual concept. Plan activity rate, actual activity rate, we are going to calculate. How this plan activity rate, actual activity rate will calculate means depends upon the activity type category, manual entry, manual allocation. And here plan indicator is nothing but based on the calculation of activity. Means automatically I wanted to calculate plan activity rate. If you want that plan indicator should be 1. Or some clients, they don't want to automatically, they wanted to give manually means then that option is also is there. Activity type category, manual entry, manual allocation. How system is going to capture this activity to our cost component structure means that is the allocation cost element. Whatever we gave assigned in cost to component structure for labor, manpower, that we should assign here. This is the link up. And for coming to the actual price, actual activity rate, if you want to calculate automatically, that system is going to calculate not this one, down.
Sir,
actual.
We chose activity type category 1, we chose manual.
No. This is the based on this price indicator 1 will decide automatically plan activity rate calculate. If you want still, we put to active manual automatic. If you want still using, then we can use for activity type category 1. If you put here 1 down and 1 up means either you can go for manual activity or automatic activity. But coming to here, downstairs, if you want to calculate actual activity based on the actual calculation only, not a manual, then here we need to make it. Actual price automatically based on the activity should calculate here.
Sir, and what about the check mark average price? So as you explained in previous classes, so average price in price calculation and version.
No, here average price means if you want to average of all year divided by 12. If you want that option.
If we maintain in version as an average price in price calculation, then we need to mandatorily take care of.
No, not required. Because of that is a control by the version. Version is the main part. Plan, actual, variance, and result analysis calculation. That is the main part. If you put average of version indicator, if you put or not here, system will consider average only. Okay, if you are putting off average here and put there manual, this is periodic, system will consider periodic only here. But that is the first priority. Here is the option.
Okay.
This one most important point here. This allocation cost element capture the cost, whatever, how it reflect to our cost component structure through this cost element. And this activity unit heads or whatever we are means in PP people also, they will do some configuration. We should tell if they give H, we are giving here HR. If they give H, means that is not system not able to calculate. So even activity unit design, they decide in configuration setup, measurement of labor because of activity type assigned in work center, their work. But we should careful. Here I gave HR, they gave this one H and kilowatts. Next I'm going to create a power. Here I will give kWh. If they give kW, system will not capture. System will not capture the cost. So like this. Like this for all activity types we should create, including template. Second, mission or depreciation. Copy, mission. Depreciation also hours basis, category 1. Here, automatically, either if you want to manual entry or automatic, both we can do. With which cost element? Machinery activity cost element. This is a 943.2. And this also we are going to calculate of 5 indicator. Next, power. Power. Here, most important. kWh is the power. kWh means if it is a more than 1 kilowatts, 2 kilowatts, 3 kilowatts per hour, that system is going to measurement. Same manual, and if you want automatic, power activity type cost element we should assign here. All 43 category only will come here. Other than 43 will not come.
So for that activity type category and price indicator, what is the difference, sir?
That's why, nah? If you want to manual or automatically. If you give one means either you can give KP26 manual or you can give one transaction, KSP one transaction is the automatically system is going to calculate. Both you can use. If you are not using, if you are not giving here, if you try to give manual, means system will not allow.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the difference between the KP26 and
I will come to that.
Okay, sir.
Anyway, I will come to after this next that part only. No? Fuel is the measurement is the liter. Means 5 liters, 10 liters, 20 liters like that. Activity type. Here, fuel cost element we should give.
But as you were saying, so if we give H here and will system, will we, when we are creating or doing the confirmation, will it allow in HR? If we give H here.
No, allow,
will it not throw any error?
Will not throw any error, but amount will not come properly.
Oh, so system will allow and it will not throw any errors.
System will not throw error.
Okay.
But values here is a considering of H. There is a consider. This it will go to the minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I faced this issue. But where is I didn't understand first of all earlier. They gave, but I didn't check here. Here is the H, there is a HR. But where is the everything is a perfect system also not throwing any error, but values are mismatching.
Yeah,
a lot of R&D, then we found out. Fuel. Next, diesel.
So we have two cost elements for fuel in the sense. Then we have to create two different activity here.
Two.
No. Suppose if you have two different.
Two different. I didn't understand.
No, we have created two different cost element for fuel.
Why?
So
activity. Why? No. First of all, why?
For petrol, we use it as one fuel or something like that. If we create different, I mean, in the same name.
Means a fuel.
Under fuel, we create two different cost element.
One activity type, only one. But one cost element, you can assign multiple activity types.
Okay.
Because of here, only one option only, no? Plan indicator and here.
Sir, if there are a lot of activities type, is that possible? Suppose we are taking means say some number of activity type, and can we do that to add through overhead? Means suppose there are 20 activities, but we are taking 5 activities, and the rest of 15 we can do through the overhead also. Is it possible?
No. Here overhead means what?
Means all those indirect expenses.
That indirect expenses activity type means only one option, template.
Yeah.
That is only option that we can bring.
Okay.
Here overhead are three types we can able to bring. One is the costing sheet. Under costing sheet again we have percentage and quantity. Second one is the activity type. Third one is the not activity type, not costing sheet. Then cost component split. That is QA. Sorry, okay. KL01. Quality also we are going to give per hour basis only. HR. Quality allocation cost element. Where it is. Final is the repairs and maintenance, REP. Repairs and maintenance hours. How much of hours he spend quality inspection to do that machineries, that hours basis we are going to design. Save. Like this total, how many activity types include template, which is nothing but first diesel, fuel, labor, mission power up to this, which one include water also. These are, we will go use routing, and rest of quality and repairs, we are going to use template. Well, this setup is the required profit center, cost center to extension of primary cost component split, cost center, as well as this template concept, costing sheet. Master data. Without master data, we can't able to go for this setup in configuration setup.
Sir, in activity type, if you don't give anything in the actual allocation, so what does it mean? So it means it will not consider for variance.
No, which one?
In master data, sir.
Yeah, in the master data.
Here.
Go down. Yeah, if we leave this blank, the last two columns, the last section.
Actual activity rate calculation system will not allow. The definition of a 5 is actual price automatically based on the activity. If you are run for actual activity rate calculation during the month end, system will not calculate. You have to go for manually.
Then why business process are giving blank there, sir?
No, they don't. This way I told you, no. This way they don't want actual activity calculation. They wanted to whatever in Excel sheet, their Excel sheet simply putting in that column. Means they are following up a plan rate only.
Manually adding.
Yeah, manually adding. But one more option, they don't want to go for actual activity. They go for plan only. That also is possible. Some clients, they don't want to go for actual activity rate calculation. Plan only they will go.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
In my previous one of the project, they put empty here. They wanted to go for actual. They wanted to go for whatever the KP26, same rate only. They wanted to for actual also. But value is wrong. But even they accept it.
So in this indicator, price indicator, we have the 5, 6, 7. So what is the difference indicators 1, 2, 3, 4?
Here, one thing, capacity. Normally these people, which one? Plant maintenance, capacity wise, they are going to calculate. Or you don't want strictly manual only, I wanted to rate. No automatic calculation. Then 3 make it. If you give 3 and if you try to give plan activity rate calculation, system will not allow. If you give 1 and give either plan, either manual or automatic, system will allow. Provided here we should give 1. That's why here put always 1 and 1. Whether the client wanted to give manual or they wanted to give automatic.
So in the activity type category, if you click on that one, there is a 1, 2, 3 something is there. Can you click on that one?
Which one?
Activity type category. The allocation, the above the cost element, allocation cost element above one.
Yeah, this one.
So here we are seeing the different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, that's why I told you, na, if you are giving or not giving, if you don't want of actual activity rate calculation, if you want to manual, make it 1. That is only. Or I wanted to actual activity rate calculation. System should calculate because of I want to FI and CO reconcile. Whatever the expenses I booked in FI, that should reflect me. So this is the best option.
If I give 2 here, so what will happen? So
no, FI CO reconcile will not be. Whatever the rate is different, that rate is not capturing here. Because of I wanted to always P&L equal to KE30 report. Means R now is a FIRI app. Different means definitely will simply say cost is not reflect properly in the costing side. But some clients I observed, they don't want actual activity rate calculation. Up to that, I know. Other than this 5 and space 5, other than this, till now in my previous project, I didn't see. Either 5 or empty I saw. Okay. Still not yet completed. Lot of concept is there under the cost components because of lot of setup is there required to do like a primary cost component split, costing sheet, as well as template. Still some more like KP06, KP26. Tomorrow I'm going to explain this concept with the cost element. Then we'll go for this overhead concept. This BOM and routing is not a big deal, but this overhead designing is a very big task in SAP. Fine. Just observe. Still tomorrow also will continue of this area. Only basic data, master data, cost element, cost center, profit center, and activity type only till now we did. Not a actual process. That process tomorrow I will show you.
Okay, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Sir, can I ask one question? Sir, one of my clients, they are following only that means a standard costing. Then how can they are getting that actual costing of any materials? Means when they are doing any production. So means how it is possible to they will be get from the actual cost?
No, first of all, here lot of queries need to be asked. Means in material master, which is a standard price or moving average price.
Okay.
No, I'm asking you.
Which one they are following the standard price, sir. Not
standard price. Okay, next question. Then is there any material ledger activation or not?
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay, once activation, next my question is the actual costing run or not?
No, but they are not running the actual costing. That's
then there is no option to get the actual cost. There is no slide. Okay. Because at the time of a goods receipt and invoice receipt, any price differences, that is going to keep on loading to P&L account. That P&L account, if you want to load to the inventory, only one option, material ledger execution. But if you are not, if your client is not executing actual costing, this P&L account amount, how it is not going to inventorize, that is not a possible. Then if I don't want actual costing, then go for price control is the V. At least somewhat we will get inventorize actual cost. Not full-fledged, somewhat we will get.
Okay, sir.
Is it ECC?
No, sir. S4HANA, I think.
Then anyway, mandatory is a compulsory S4HANA material ledger. Then go for actual costing.
maybe they are means in that I think material ledger technically it's activated, but not any functionality maybe.
Not technically, guys. It's compulsory. Compulsory is S/4HANA compulsory activation material ledger. Then is a manufacturing unit. Better to go for actual costing execution also to get actual cost.
Okay.
In my case, sir, they are using activation is compulsory, right? And they are not using multiple currency, multiple valuation concept.
That is okay. That is optional, not a compulsory. That is a enhancing of additional advantages. If there is no movement of one company code to another company code, they don't want markup. They don't want to go for transfer price. Means I also know. Lot of companies I implemented only actual costing, not any multiple currencies, not any multiple valuations. Only actual costing they wanted.
Can we do it later on, sir, if they want?
No. That's why initial setup of controlling area time itself we have to do.
Oh.
Later means is a complicated. That's why once activation, this is in FICO, this one, funds management, material ledger, these two are very, very tricky concepts. The rest of the thing we can do, play whatever we want, whenever we want. But once we activate these two, FI side FM, CO side is ML, it's a very, very complicated matters. How to do meticulously.
Okay, sir. Got it.
So in S/4HANA, the material ledger activation, if they are not using actual costing, then it is only for a parallel valuation approach with multiple currencies, right?
No, not only multiple valuation also you can do.
Yes. Okay.
Sir,
yes.
Sir, question: this multiple currencies and multiple valuation, or whatever it is, but normally these go side by side, no, sir?
Here, company code currency, group currency different.
Correct.
Then there itself is identified. This is the multiple currencies.
Correct.
Then if you adding of group valuation, profit center valuation means both clubbing. We can do.
This is plus actually multiple currencies with the multiple valuation approach.
That I will do next that process.
Okay,
I will make it as a company code currency different, company group currency different with activation group and profit center valuation.
Yeah, got it.
Sir, in material ledger, we have a 3 functionality: multiple currency, multiple valuation, and actual costing.
Yes.
So we can implement any of based on the customer requirement, client requirement. Okay.
Sridhar, one question. If the client wants, they want to activate the actual costing, get the PUP price, but they don't want to post the entries, but they want to develop some kind of reports and generate the actual cost based. Can we do that?
No. First of all, they wanted to PUP actual cost without execution.
Yeah. So the settlement step is there, right? You have last 2 steps.
Yes.
In CKMLCP, correct? So in the settlement process, you will have this variances getting posted to either inventory or COGS. It depends, right? So what the client says is, hey, I don't want to post these COGS and inventory reversal entries, but I want the PUP price so I can develop some kind of reports and see what is my actual cost based on PUP price. So is that a possibility?
That's a revaluation of inventory. One option is there, na? That if you untake, that will not load it to the inventory. That will load it to the separate GL account.
So for that, do you need any OBYC setup?
LKW.
Okay.
Because you people are far away from now.
No, that was the requirement in my previous project.
Because this is not inventorize. If you don't want inventorize, but wanted to PUP, actual cost.
Yeah, that's right.
That is a revaluation of inventory. One option is there post closing. System will not go BSX system will go for LKW in OBYC.
Or UK.
So when you say revaluation of inventory, when you tick that, will it post the entries, Sridhar, or?
BS. If you are not putting also, accounting entry will generate both the cases if you are doing post closing.
Okay. But it's just a reversal JV, right?
Not a reversal JV. Reversal in both the cases, reversal will happen. But whether this difference should go to the BSX or LKW. BSX means the same GL or different GL. That is only decided by making of a inventory tick box.
Okay. Then suppose the inventory is consumed partially or fully, everything is being sold as a part of COGS. So in that case, this PPV price variances that are there, will it hit my COGS and post an entry?
Total. If it is, see, two parts. One is the consumed. Consumed means out COGS or closing stock. If it is a consumed closing means COGS will hit. If you don't want, if stock is there, then it will go to the BSX.
Correct. But the ask here is, they want only PUP price. They don't want to post any of these entries. Now, is that a possibility?
Then all to remove the tick box while doing a post closing inventory material revaluation of a consumption.
Okay.
OBYC, COC, we have to make it.
OBYC, COC. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Sir, you mean to say there is a possibility to reload on the material as well as just to calculate the PUP? Okay.
Some clients, they don't want loaded to the inventory.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Sridhar. That helps a lot. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. We'll meet tomorrow.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I have one question. So in my current project, we have a requirement called Nota Fisca. So we are in the middle of the development. So what happened? We want to pass one adjustment document, revenue account to one adjustment account. So when we create a test case in the BAPI, COPA characteristics are not populating based on the sales order. So how to deal with this?
No. First of all, BAPI means is a something customized, not a standard oriented. Check in whether this is sales order characteristics came or not. In account assignment, that characteristics came.
Yes.
Then mistakes happened in BAPI only.
Okay.
Check with ABAPer. He will do. My sales order getting a characteristics, COPA characteristics in account assignment, but not reflected to the BAPI. They will identify.
We did check with the technical team as well, but the thing is they are also not because it's a standard BAPI and they don't know what is the root cause for the same.
Standard BAPI itself means they only doing. BAPI is not our concept, not functional.
Yes.
They should means their concept only. If it is a sales order, standard sales order got, but not coming into BAPI means they have some mismatching. They should check BAPI.
So what to overcome with this? What we did?
Whatever you are expecting COPA characteristics, it's coming or not in BAPI structure. That only lacking here. There's a missing. That ABAP only can do because this is the configuration partner.
So what we did, we checked in FB50 GL to GL transfer posting, and there also we found that the COPA characteristics not populating. So is something what we can say the bug or it's a configuration issue?
No. In our side of posting time only not getting. And then our side only mistake in configuration setup.
Okay. That is something we need to check.
Yeah, correct. Because of here itself not populating means what they will not do. They will not do
correct.
But here itself some missing here.
And another thing is, this is the revenue account. We are getting an issue with the revenue account. and this is something the adjustment we are expecting.
Means first of all, is it costing based COPA, account based COPA?
It's a account based COPA.
Then account based COPA will come now directly, no need of any PA transfer structure.
Yes. So we are not able to identify what is the issue. We already raised this issue with SAP, and as of now, we didn't receive anything from their side.
Okay. We'll see.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. We'll meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Bye.